So, dear Rick, I want to give you my jersey in a small way to say thank you for the impact you've had on me. Wish me better on the 16th and there's a prayer. Oh, dude, let's go. Heck yes, that's cool. Yeah, Coach Roberts, you get to the net. You Coach Roberts, every time I come to class on the sideline, you go on the very first person I know, and I got you. Thank you for everything you've done. I appreciate that. Let's do it. All right, Luke's a good guy, man. You've been doing the best job teaching me, done the best job teaching me to be the best man I can be on and off the field. Being in your class has improved my life, and for that, I thank you. And my life will continue forever. Thank you for being my teacher and my mentor.
I just wanted to say thank you. You have impacted my life since I was in your class 20 years ago.
Thank you.
You always be
So sweet. Oh my goodness. Second to it.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise and remove your hats for tonight's presentation of colors, followed by a moment of silence, the Pledge of Allegiance, and our national anthem. We ask that you remain standing until the colors have left the field. Tonight's colors are presented by Cadet Major A.J. Hall, Cadet Second Lieutenant Nicholas Cunningham, Cadet Second Lieutenant Gareth Lee, Cadet Staff Sergeant Dustin Williams. Fans, please pause for a moment of silence, followed by the Pledge of Allegiance and our national anthem. And now, the Pledge of Allegiance.
The Cabot School District is proud to be home to our military families and students, including Maddox and Miles Abner. These brothers attend Eastside Elementary. Maddox is in the 4th grade and loves computer lab and playing sports and video games. He wants to be a football player when he grows up. Miles is in the 3rd grade. His favorite subject is science. He enjoys riding his bike and playing video games too. He wants to be a police officer one day.
Hi, I'm Maddox. And I'm Miles. Our dad is Chief Master Sergeant Morgan Abner. He served in the United States Air Force for 23 years. Our mom is retired Staff Sergeant Debbie Abner. She also served in the United States Air Force and now helps our veterans as a respiratory therapist. Our parents are our heroes. We are a proud military family. Please join us in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And now the national anthem.
Please remain standing for the North Little Rock alma mater, followed by the Cabot alma mater. Now the Cabot alma mater. Thank you, Cabot JROTC and Cabot High School Marching Band. Bands, you may be seated. Attention Parks and Rec flag football and cheer. Please head down to the track to meet at the helmet. We will be welcoming our Panthers to the field. Please make your way down now. And now, a word from Coach Reed.
Welcome to Panther Stadium. I'm Scott Reed, Athletic Director and Head Football Coach of your Cabot Panthers. Let me take this opportunity to introduce our coaching staff.
John Painter, Defensive Coordinator, Safeties. Clark Grant, corners and specialists. Blake Gibson, defensive line. Hunter Jackson, offensive line. David Payne, tight ends, fullbacks. Justin Bigham, running backs. LJ Tarrant, linebackers. Justin Wiley, receivers.
Junior High North head coach Danny Spencer and assistant coaches Ben Ford and Gary Ford. Junior High South head coach Roy Brown and assistant coaches Austin Abel and Colton Counts. Strength and conditioning coach Brandon J. Head athletic trainer Jason Cates and assistant athletic trainers Jennifer Asbury, Chad Burke, Holly Rush, and Keith Shireman. This is your 2025-2026 coaching staff. We hope you enjoy your time with us tonight. Go Panthers! Now it's time to meet tonight's captain.
Hello and welcome to Cabot Panther football on YouTube at Cabot High School Television. We are live at Panther Stadium. It is week 10 of the regular season. Our Panthers hosting conference rival, the North Little Rock Charging Wildcats, in the season finale tonight. Of course, it is senior night here, and this is a big game. A lot of playoff implications on the line tonight. We know both of these teams come in at 3-3 in conference play, and we know both of these teams are going to make it to the postseason, but the question is, how will it all shake out? And that's what we're going to find out here tonight. Hello and welcome. I'm the broadcasting teacher at Cabot High School. My name is Mitch Lilly. I'm going to be doing your play-by-play tonight, and I'm going to be joined on color commentary by Junior High South girls basketball coach, but more importantly on Friday night, he's Mr. Statistician. That's Jeremy Carson. Jeremy, welcome in.
Thank you very much, and a pleasant good evening to all of you who are joining us on this YouTube broadcast. If you can't join us here in Panther Stadium, it is a lovely evening, and we are thrilled that you are with us. Tonight we are celebrating not only senior night, as our senior captains are coming out for their final time at home, possibly, and we'll get to that here in just a second, but it's also rivalry week in the 7A Central with Bryant and Conway playing tonight, us in North Little Rock, and then Little Rock Central and Southwest, and then the two academies, Little Rock Christian and Pulaski Academy, going at it as well. So lots of exciting conference action tonight. This is the week that the season has been building towards, and the playoff implications are huge in this game. And by looking at the playoff possibilities, there's just way too many as all these rivalry games are evenly matched. But your Cabot Panthers could finish anywhere from 4th all the way down to 6th place. But we are guaranteed a playoff spot, so there will be football next week. We do know that. But where it's going to be and who we're going to play, that is still left to be determined. And we've got a very good, explosive North Little Rock team here tonight. This is a North Little Rock team that's kind of found itself under the direction of first-year coach Brad Bolding. This is a team that has a very dangerous run game, and that's going to be something that the Cabot Panthers are going to be looking to control tonight and control the line of scrimmage on both sides. And if they do that, this could be a favorable outcome for your Panthers. If not, it could be a very, very, very difficult night and quite a scrap. So stay tuned for us. We got a great football game ahead of you, and we, like I said, we are so happy that you're here along with us.
That's right, Jeremy. Of course, it'll all shake out, so to speak, at the night's end. But for now, let's meet our captains. If we could, we got a graphic to play, and let's meet our captains for senior night. Let's play that graphic if we could. We've got 4 outstanding young men representing the Cabot Panthers tonight as our senior captains here on senior night. They are number 13, David Liddell, number 24, Ethan Carter, number 58, Dean Heyer, and our quarterback, senior quarterback, number 2, Maddox McCrory. So those are our captains for tonight. 4 outstanding young men that have led this football team on both sides of the football and as well in special teams. Dean Heyer, of course, our senior kicker. He's going to see a lot of action tonight. He and Lucas Blaylock usually rotate the kicking duties, but Lucas Blaylock sustained an injury last week against Little Rock Central, so it will be Dean Heyer doing all the kicking duties tonight. And Cannon Moore will be the punter tonight, replacing Blaylock in that position as well. So here's our coin toss as we look down. Again, it's Dean Heyer, Maddox McCrory, Ethan Carter, and last but certainly not least, David Liddell.
And a very touching moment is David Liddell's dad was able to come in from his deployment to be with his son tonight on senior night, as well as that was announced before the game, and a very, very, very emotional and exciting, thrilling moment.
All right, so our Panthers win the toss. They're going to defer to the second half, and the North Little Rock Charging Wildcats are going to receive the football, and they're going to be heading from right to left across your TV screen, headed towards the field house here tonight at Panthers Stadium. We are just about a minute and a half away here from some football.
So, Mitch, last week the Panthers are coming off a good win against the Little Rock Central Tigers. Of course, Little Rock Central closed the gap late in that game, but the Panthers were able to win fairly comfortably with a mercy rule win. 42-28 was the final, with a couple of late touchdowns by Central. But one of the things that Cabot did really well was they attacked the running game. They were able to set the edge against a pretty good Central Tigers team, and for the first half, they did a great job of containing the run. Now, some of that broke down a little bit at times, but the Panthers allowed less than 5 yards to carry, which is one of the recipes for success. Tonight, they're going to have to do the same thing and hope that this North Little Rock team can get behind the chains sometimes on penalties and negative plays, and it's going to be all on that front. And we're going to highlight Joey Bartlett tonight as well. Joey Bartlett's had a heck of a senior season, and he has been disruptive on that from his defensive tackle spot, and we look for him to have a big game tonight as well.
Indeed. Joey Bartlett, since getting injured earlier in the season, bounced back nicely, and he has been certainly a leader on our defense as we get set for our Panthers to come from the helmet, bust through the breakthrough, and get this ball game going here. Again, Cabot won the toss. Panthers decided to defer to the second half, and we are going to kick to North Little Rock here from left to right. While I have the opportunity here, I want to welcome into our broadcast as well the third member of our team, senior broadcasting student Caden Shells. Caden, welcome in.
Hey, Mr. Lilly, thank you. I'm just ready to see how this Panther team can do against this North Little Rock football team. After coming off of a win, I'm ready to see how that momentum shakes out.
Certainly, Caden, we could Panthers certainly looking for back-to-back wins to close out the season here. That would be a big momentum push going into the playoffs. We know both of these teams are in the postseason, like I said off the top, but seeding is up for grabs tonight, and it will be nights in before we get everything ironed out and know all the details. But we know we're going to play football next week, and we know we're going to have a broadcast for you on YouTube. Again, we want to thank you guys for tuning in tonight and joining Jeremy and Caden and I on the broadcast. It's been an exciting night already with the senior night festivities, but now it's time to get down to business. Panthers in their all-red home uniforms tonight, Charging Wildcats in their blue bottoms and white tops. And
so back deep to receive for the Charging Wildcats, number 10, Corey Marshall, number 15, Carlos Zamora, and number 23, Christian Reeves.
All right, so we're going to meet this Wildcat team as we go along through the night here. NLR going to get the ball first here. As Jeremy pointed out in his pregame breakdown, this North Little Rock team can certainly run the football. They're also pretty stout across the defensive line, so it should be quite a challenge for the Panthers tonight. And, of course, these two teams are no strangers. This rivalry dates way back, and they have had many battles, and this is just the latest installment in this storied series. So here we are, Dean Heyer, going to kick from the right hash, and he booms it away to the right side. Just shy of the 15. Here's our return. Not much doing as the return man doesn't quite make it back to the 20. I believe that was number 16, Ja'Cory Ja'Cory Spann maybe with the return right there. And the Charging Wildcats are going to start first and 10. Here early going, 11:53. Thank you guys again for joining us on YouTube. If the stream's great, audio's good, video's good, if you know my number, shoot me a text. I'd love to make sure that we're bringing the best quality broadcast we can for you tonight here on YouTube. Charging Wildcats going to take over their first possession on the 17-yard line, 1st and 10. Whistles already, Jeremy.
Yeah, the quarterback's number 12, Robert Jackson. He's a 6'3", 192-pound sophomore. And they are sending him out. Oh, no, just kidding. Number 10, Corey Marshall, is checking in. And he is the new quarterback, number 10.
Corey Marshall in at quarterback. Good pressure by the defensive line right there. Stepping up and stopping the run by the charging Wildcats. I believe that was Braxton Bailey leading the charge right there, number 88. Good job by Braxton Bailey.
Yeah, that was a late substitution, probably because of an equipment malfunction. And so it was a nice little tackle for loss there. So it's going to set up a 2nd and 11.
Jackson back in now?
Yep, Jackson's back in.
Jackson's back in, so obviously it was, like Jeremy mentioned, something with maybe equipment or whatnot. Pass is complete by the charging Wildcats out to about the 25 or so. And that's going to bring up 3rd down and 4. Ball placed at the 24, to be exact. And that's where Jackson and the charging Wildcats will try to convert their first 3rd down of the night here. Just under 11 minutes here at Panther Stadium. Week 10, November 7th. Great night for football. Weather's just about perfect here in Lonoke County tonight. Here's Jackson. He's out of the pistol. Straight drop. Trying to sling the pass out to the left side. Incomplete. Pass was intended for number 3, and that's Gabriel Shavers. Gabriel Shavers.
Yeah, that ball was just thrown a little bit behind as a 5-yard hitch, just getting to the sticks, coming back to it, but throwing just a little bit behind him, and that's going to force a punting situation here for the charging Wildcats. Great job by the Cabot Panther defense of getting off the field.
Nothing doing for the Wildcats on their first drive. 4th and 4, ball on the 24, and that's where they'll punt it away here. Stalled drive, high kick, might have been tipped. Couldn't see it exactly. Bounce out of bounds over on the far sideline, on the North Little Rock sideline. And our Panthers are going to get some pretty good field position to start out here their first offensive possession of the night, Jeremy. Ball went out of bounds, actually, on the punt.
Yep, we're going to have the ball inside the 40 down to the 38-yard line. That was just a net 14 yards on the punt. So with the at the 10:36 mark, your Cabot Panthers offense takes the field for the first time. Really important here to go ahead and cash in on great field position. And again, I think we're going to see a healthy dose of Cooper Powell tonight, just like we did last week against Little Rock Central.
Pretty tight bunch set here for the Panthers. Motion by Cooper Powell out to the right. Quarterback Maddox McCrory rolling right. He's by the numbers now, looking downfield. Pass is incomplete, intended for Bentley Harrell, number 12. Harrell couldn't bring it down. He was awfully close, near that sideline there anyways. Even if he would have made the grab, might have been out of bounds.
Yeah, he was going to be out of bounds. There was we rolled all the way from the far hash, and so it was a long designed play. Cooper Powell he went out of the backfield up the streak. They ran a receiver underneath him, but it was well covered by the charging Wildcat defense. Brings up a 2nd and 10.
All right, here's Maddox McCrory, empty set this time. He's got a bunch of receivers to his left, and this play is going to be a little end around play, and it's Cooper Powell. Powell still on his feet, going up the right hashes and down to around the 20-yard line or so. Going to be close to or into the red zone here. Early going. Pretty good drive so far by the Panthers.
Yeah, it was a 17-yard gain, and that's actually a forward pass, and so we're going to call that a pass. It's just a little flip play. They call it that jet sweep action as he comes in motion, but forward pass there, and it goes in the stat column as a catch.
Again, another tight bunch formation here by the Panthers. Cooper Powell standing to Maddox McCrory's right as he's in the shotgun. He drops along the hashes, dumps it off to Powell. Powell down the sideline. Maybe picking up a couple there, 2 or 3. See where they spot it at.
Number 15, Carlos Zamora, 14 out of bounds.
Panthers operating from this right hash here. A lot of real estate to the out to the left there. And that's where Anias Arnold is lined up at wide receiver now. Again, the Panthers out of the gun. Fowler's the H-back, but the handoff goes to Powell. He has Stuffed pretty quickly by that North Little Rock charging Wildcat defense. Handful of white shirts in there to make the tackle. Stop up his running lane there, 2 or 3 of them tripping him up.
Yeah, number 8, Pre Simpson came in on a blitz from his outside linebacker position. Didn't get walled off. Got just wrapped up Cooper Powell for the loss, or for the no gain. And that's going to bring up a pivotal 3rd down.
Here's Maddox. McCrory, straight drop, looking over the middle.
Oh.
Aiden Tatum wide open, but the pass was behind. Aiden Tatum right there. He had a look. Ball just out, he couldn't reel it in right there.
Well, one of the things that we can't see is we can't see the big defensive linemen with their hands up, and sometimes that does change your angle a little bit as a passer. But we've got Dean Heyer here kicking the field goal.
Dean Heyer's kick is up, and it is good. So with 9:11 left here in the first quarter, the Cabot Panthers get on the board first tonight. Dean Heyer's field goal sets our score at 3-0. We've yet to update it on our scoreboard here at Panther Stadium, but the Panthers jumping out to the 3-0 lead.
Yeah, there's a 6-play, 20-yard drive. Took 1 minute, 25 seconds off the clock. Set up a great field position by the 3-and-out by the Cabot Panther defense, and that's a good start for your Panthers. They got to come back, get another stop defensively here. And one of the things that we've seen early is Cabot's going to take the ball to the air. They feel like they've got maybe an advantage there. Had some good opportunities right there, right at the end of that possession to get the ball in the end zone, just a little off on their passes as Maddox gets used to the pressure packages, gets used to the looks. Look for those passes to get caught and be on time.
Caden Shells, broadcasting student, senior, on senior night here. What'd you see on that first drive by our offense?
I saw what y'all said. I saw a lot of passing. I think Maddox is pretty confident in that, and I also saw Mr. Automatic make that field goal. So
that's right, Dean Heyer, Mr. Automatic. Again, it's senior night for broadcasting as well tonight, and Caden Shells, one of my outstanding senior broadcasting students, joining us on the commentary tonight. We're going to hear more from him as we go along here. Here's Dean Heyer, though. Dean Heyer with the kick. It's a high, short kick. Going to be returnable. Charging Wildcats. Going to get some fairly decent field position on that. Not a deep kick by Dean Heyer.
No, that was definitely one of what you call a sky kick. It was there about to the 28-yard line. It's almost like a onside type kick, but it's designed not to give it to your fast returners, allow your coverage team time to get down there, which that's what happened.
Hopefully trying to catch maybe the charging Wildcats off guard there, right?
Yeah, sometimes it does catch teams off guard. Sometimes you can get a fair catch out of it, but you actually end up with plus field position too, based on if the other team has a really good return game.
Here's Robert Jackson handing off to number 22.
23, that's Christian Reeves.
Christian Reeves,
He's a 6 foot 1 inch, 185-pound junior as they run over there on that right side, pick up about 4 up to the 41-yard line.
Going to bring up, scoreboard says 2nd and 7. Charging Wildcats like to operate out of this pistol formation with the back standing directly behind Jackson, the quarterback. There's a little motion across the formation. And it's Jackson swinging it out to the right side there. Pass is caught close to the sticks. We'll have to see where they mark it at. It's going to be a little short, I believe. Didn't see who caught the pass. Hard for us to see.
That was number 2, Matt Gober.
Okay, Matt Gober.
He was run out of bounds about the 44-yard line.
Going to bring up 3rd and 4 here.
Actually, the 43.
Ball on the 43, 3rd and 4. Panthers looking to bring some pressure. Jackson with a short drop. And can't see the official over there.
It looks like it was an incomplete pass.
Okay, incomplete pass. Wanted to make sure before I said it.
Yeah.
Going to bring up 4th down for the charging Wildcats. Looks like their punting unit. It's trotting out onto the field here. 8 minutes, 21 seconds. Cabot Panthers off to a good start here tonight, up 3-0 on longtime rival North Little Rock here in the 7A Central Conference finale. Charging Wildcats going to boot it away here.
It's going to be a false start there on the wing back, number 15, Carlos Zamora. He just kind of flinched right there right before the snap, and that's going to back up the Charging Wildcats 5 yards. It's our first penalty of the night. Last week we had penalty on the first 2 plays. Tonight we've got a whole drive in before we got a penalty.
All right. So the Wildcats will try it again here. Booming kick. Nice kick. It's going to be Aiden Tatum back to receive. He's going to let it bound off the turf. And the Charging Wildcats are going to down it right near or on the 20. 8 minutes, 7 seconds. Panthers going to come out for their second possession of the night. Of course, the first possession led to a Dean Heyer field goal. And that's where we're at right now. 3-0 here early on. 8:07, first quarter.
Really good start. And from the looks of it, the Panthers, again, trying to get their main squeeze, Cooper Powell, involved in it in a variety of different ways. He ran it a couple of times, caught a pass. This time he's got a screen out to the outside, and he's got some running room, and it's a first down to Cooper Powell. Great look right there. And as you had both number 26, Caden Harmon, and number 31, Christopher Fowler, out in front for Cooper Powell, and they came downhill with some intentions.
Here's Maddox McCrory rolling right. He had trips to his right, and that's where he looks to go with the ball. That is caught. That's Aiden Tatum with the grab.
Pass is complete to number 14, Aiden Tatum.
That's going to pick up some yardage. Going to bring up 2nd and 5 here.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Ball spotted on the 38-yard line. Panthers pretty successful on that first drive offensively, and we'll see what Coach Reed has up his sleeve for this second series here, the second offensive opportunity here. Maddox McCrory out of the empty set, a bunch of receivers. Again, it's that inside little jet sweep toss play, but this time the Charging Wildcats are all over it. They snuff it out pretty nicely there. And that's going to send the Panthers back a few yards. Going to bring up 3rd and 8.
Yeah, decent senior defensive end Justin Mitchell just fought off the blockers there and was basically in the backfield. Nothing really Cooper Powell could do, as they did a good job of setting the edge.
Pivotal down here for the Panthers. Possession down. 3rd and 8. Ball on the 35 again. Maddox McCrory, a little motion by Bentley Harrell. Maddox with the straight drop along the hashes. He's looking deep.
Oh, he's got an open receiver, and it's going to be a touchdown.
Bentley Harrell on the other end of that heave by Maddox McCrory, and Harrell strolls into the paint. Nice throw and catch. Boy, he was wide open. He got right behind the Charging Wildcat defense, made the nice basket catch, and he had nothing but green turf and a little red paint in the end zone in front of him, and he takes it into the paint there. And boom.
That's a nice little 66-yard completion. How about that?
Nice. Beautiful. Beautiful job. Beautiful throw. So far, so good. Dean Heyer on for the extra point. Kick is up. Kick is good. And with 6:24 here in our first quarter of play from Panther Stadium on senior night, the Panther faithful have something to cheer for. 10-0 Cabot over North Little Rock. But Jeremy, it is early. A lot of football left to play here.
It is, but that was a 4-play, 80-yard drive. And so at this point, Panthers have already put up 100 yards through the air on passing plays. And I'll tell you what, Maddox McCrory, he started off well, 6 of 8, 100 yards and touchdown, his longest to Bentley Harrell. That was Harrell's second catch. Cooper Powell so far leading with 4 receptions for 30 yards in this one as well. Strangely, 0 rushing yards at this point for the Cabot Panthers. But getting it done through the air, they lead it 10-0, and we are not complaining at all.
That's right. Again, a lot of playoff implications on the line tonight all across both the 7A Central and the 7A West tonight. We'll have to see how it all shakes out. But we know if the Panthers can hold serve tonight, get the victory at home, they will return home next weekend to open postseason play, hosting a team from the West, either Springdale or Springdale Harbor. Again, none of this is finalized. We have to let it all play out. But so far, so good. 10-0 as Dean Heyer back on to kickoff once again. Charging Wildcats going to receive the kick around the 10. Some running room for the return man. He's still on his feet. Out maybe about the 45 there. We'll see where they spot it at. Maybe midfield. Pretty nice return. That was number 16, Ja'Cory Spann.
That spots the ball, 41-yard line, first and 10.
What are we calling him? Ja'Cory Spann or Ja'Cory Spawn?
Ja'Cory Spann.
Ja'Cory Spann. So I had it right. Just want to verify with Jeremy.
Yeah, that was a 30-yard return on that one. Man, you gotta. That's why we did that sky kick.
That's right.
So
I better learn his name. He looks like a dangerous return man, right?
Oh, absolutely.
I better figure out his name tonight. All right, here's Jackson, Robert Jackson, quarterback for the Wildcats. In the pistol, but we have whistles. Robert Jackson, the sophomore quarterback, 6'3", pretty good sized young man. Certainly the Charging Wildcats, Jeremy mentioned this at the beginning of the game. Brad Bolding, returning, former North Little Rock coach, who had a lot of success also at Little Rock Parkview, returning to North Little Rock, and this football team is much improved. They're looking good this year with a 500 mark at 3-3 in conference play, just like our Panthers. Here's Jackson. He's going to hand it off, but again, whistles, going to blow the play dead.
So second consecutive false start there, and that's exactly what you want if you're the Cabot Panthers. You already got the 10-0 lead. This is another big series for the Panthers, and now you're putting the Charging Wildcats in peril. This is 1st and 20. They are way behind the chains, which is exactly what you want. Disciplined football is really important.
That's right. Ball going to be spotted on the 31-yard line. It's going to be 1st and 20, as Jeremy said. Here's Jackson with the back beside him. A couple of receivers to his left. He's looking left, but the pass is batted down.
Yep, that was big number 88. Broke it up.
That is Braxton Bailey on the pass breakup. Number 95, Grant Zimmerman, also in the area. Good job there by the Panther defensive line. Jackson looked like he was trying to do a little quick hitter out there to the left side. Charging Wildcats operating from the left hash, so they're kind of short-sided anyways going that way.
And now you basically force them to either throw the football or you got some quarterback running action just based on the down and distance here, 2nd and 20.
Here's Jackson looking deep this time. He has a man, but no connection there. Pass is incomplete, bounds off the turf. Boy, he had a step there, Jeremy.
He did. The Panthers caught a huge break. That was number 16, Ja'Cory Spann. He's showing off that speed, right? And just able to get up on that post route. Panthers were in man-to-man, didn't have any safety help over the top, and just overthrew his receiver right there.
6:05 here in our first quarter of play. 3rd and 20, ball on the 31. Again, whistles. This is becoming a trend.
This is an equipment malfunction. It looks like number 3 didn't have his mouthpiece in. There's 2 points of emphasis here for the officials. It's the mouthpiece is something that the college players play without it. They're not going to allow a player to play without their mouthpiece in. The second thing is the knee pads covering the knees. If they don't have it, those athletes have to go out for a play.
There's motion across the formation. Jackson stands on the left hash with the receiver to his left. He's looking right, though. Deep ball.
Oh, they're going to get pass interference there on number 9. Harrison Fry had him locked up a little bit, put both hands on him. That was an easy call for the officials, and this is going to be a first down.
So it's going to get the Charging Wildcats out of the hole there. It was 3rd and 20. But that certainly will help out their cause. And
nope, it's going to be.
Call? We're confused here. We're going to figure this out. They threw the flag. We're assuming it was pass interference, but
Oh, they're just trying to get a football in so that they could spot it.
Okay.
They're going to leave the down.
Interference penalty. The ball is moved up. The third down, 5 yards to go.
In the pros and in college, it is an automatic first down. Here, it is not. It is just a.
They get the yardage.
They just get the yardage. So this is gonna make it 3rd and 5.
Certainly more manageable for the Charging Wildcats. 3rd and 5, ball on the 46 now after the penalty. Little confusion there, but we got it all sorted out. Jeremy and I got to make sure we got our rules right. Here's Jackson swinging it out to number 3. Pass is complete. That's Gabe Shavers. Shavers out of bounds. Gabriel Shavers. It's going to be close.
Brings up 4th and 2.
4th and 2, they call it. Ball on the 49 here. 5 minutes, 55 seconds in our first quarter of play. Panthers up 10-0 here on the Charging Wildcats of North Little Rock. Robert Jackson, sophomore quarterback, going to hand the rock off.
There you go, bud.
Some hard running, and the Charging Wildcats pick up the first down there. We'll catch his number as they unpile here. I believe it's number 6.
No, it's going to be, oh yeah, it is number 6. Sorry, I thought it was going to be number 23, Christopher Reeves. But Jeremiah Buckner, the tailback in there, he gets up to the 48-yard line.
All right, Caden Shells, what does our defense need to do right here? Big.
Yeah, they just need to hold them. Like, our defense has done pretty good all season. I just need to see a good stop right here.
All right, we'll see if they can dial us up one. That's Buckner. Started up the middle, kind of cut it to the outside a little bit, but still between the hashes.
Jeremiah Buckner on the carry.
Jeremiah Buckner going to bring up 2nd and 6 after his run. 4-yard gain right there. Ball on the 44, and the Charging Wildcats are now in Cabot Panther territory. Just 7 seconds ahead of the 5-minute mark. Been a pretty swift first quarter of play. Handoff going left side. That's Buckner again. Some hard running.
Number 6, Jeremiah Buckner.
Harrison Fry leading the way.
Number 9,
Cabot defenders there. Sure-handed tackle by Harrison Fry.
3rd and 3.
And that's going to bring up 3rd down and 3. Ball on the 41 here. Charging Wildcats gaining some momentum here, moving the football. Settling in offensively a little bit.
Well, this is what the Charging Wildcats do. They're able to pound the rock behind a big offensive line there.
That's Jackson on the keeper. Looked like he handed it off to Buckner, but he does keep it. And
yeah, that's that read option. He's reading the defensive end. Defensive end crashed down, and you just pull it out of the handoff and you put it in motion there down to the 37-yard line. That's going to be a first down.
Fresh set of downs for the Charging Wildcats. Ball now on the 37-yard line as we near the 4-minute mark here in our first quarter of play. Jackson, lone setback behind him is Buckner. Jackson going to give to Buckner. Buckner has, no, Jackson keeps. Nice fake. Jackson still on his feet, and he is into the end zone. Boy, faked me out and faked a lot of, certainly faked our defense out as he kept the football there on the keeper and strolls into the paint.
Well, that's what North Little Rock's capable of doing. They got into that read option. They got into their read option part of their playbook there. Once they were able to pick up that first down, the pass interference penalty really aided that. Once they were able to get into their read option, it's hard to guard, man. You got defensive ends, got responsibilities.
Charging Wildcats add the extra point. And now the margin is narrowed. Cabot Panthers up 10-7. 10-7 with 3:48 left here in our first quarter. That was Peyton Reynolds adding the extra point for the Charging Wildcats. He's going to be the kicker tonight, at least on extra points and field goals. We'll see if he kicks off. I haven't been paying attention, but we'll see if that's indeed his duty as well.
Yeah, it was an 8-play, 59-yard scoring drive. Took 2 minutes, 28 seconds off the clock. The key play there was the pass interference penalty that moved because North Little Rock started with 2 consecutive false start penalties, was facing a 3rd and 20. The pass interference makes it a 3rd and 5. They're able to pick up the first down, and then from there they were able to move the ball down 3 yards, 4 yards, 5 yards, and then broke off a huge chunk play there off that quarterback read. So there's enough to make for the defense to make some adjustments, and it's time for the offense to go to work. Got a great opportunity to make it 3 for 3 in scoring drives.
That's right. Caden Shells, what's your impression of North Little Rock sophomore quarterback Robert Jackson so far?
Well, I think he's really dangerous, and if he gets the right man, they're going to get a score.
Showed a spark of quickness there on that last scoring play. Here's a nice return. That's Jalen Hart, number 4. Jalen Hart on senior night. Good return. He's still took a little bit to blow that one dead, but that was Jalen Hart on the return, I believe.
Push the ball at the 36-yard line. First down.
Panthers going to take over on the 36, 1st and 10 with 3:37. Caden, that was Jalen Hart, or was that Godwin?
Yeah, that was Jalen Hart.
Okay. I saw Godwin as the Powell cleared up there, and I wanted to make sure I thought that was number 4 on the return. Just want to make sure. We strive to get it right here. All right, so here's the offense back out. Maddox McCrory, a little motion there by Bentley Harrell. Handoff goes to Cooper Powell. Tough running by Cooper. But as I like to say about Cooper Powell, pound for pound, he's the toughest guy around. He's not afraid to touch the football a lot, and we lean on him a lot. And we're expecting a big game from him. Already he's been instrumental offensively for us. All right, here's Maddox with the aforementioned Cooper Powell to his right. Maddox rolling right. Pass is complete to Anias Arnold. Arnold out around the 45 or so before he's hit and pushed out of bounds. That was 2nd and 8.
North Little Rock's going to call a timeout. That is going to be a first down up to the 48-yard line. Nice little bootleg action off to the right. Ran Anias Arnold across the formation, found him wide open. He was one-on-one with the linebacker, was able to outrun him to the boundary, and that's what sprung him for that first down. Good play call there by Coach Scott Reed and that offensive staff. And Panthers so far are in business. They'll have 1st and 10 on the opposite side of this timeout.
Yep, 3:04. Left to go here in our first quarter of play. Charging Wildcats taking their first time out of the night. They have 2 remaining in this first half. 10-7. Beautiful night for football here at Panther Stadium. We talked about, does it really feel like November?
It does not.
It does not. Pretty nice night. Give us our official temperature, 64 degrees right now at 7:30 on November the 7th. Great weather for football.
It's usually hot chocolate weather around this time, but not this year. You do have a flag on the play as Cooper Powell goes up the middle. I will be interested to see. This is probably encroachment maybe on defense. They did not blow the ball. They did not blow it dead. Powell picked up 3 on the play, 3 or 4 on the play up to the 49-yard line.
They're calling it 2nd and 5 on the 49.
I don't think it's going to be quite 5. It's going to be a little bit more than that.
Charitable mark there by our guys in the press box. Offense still checking over at the sideline, trying to get the right play call in from head coach Scott Reed.
It's an illegal formation.
Okay. Penalty. Panthers moving backwards following the penalty. And it's going to be 2nd and 15.
Should be 1st and 15 there.
1st and 15. The sticks say 1st. Scoreboard says 2nd.
And that pass is complete to Aiden Tatum.
Awfully close to the yards needed there. We'll see. Might be a couple of yards short, a couple of yards shy, but a nice throw and catch there. Kind of negates that or helps the Panthers bounce back from the penalty. Maybe.
We got a holding penalty on Cabot, so that's going to be negated.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Missed the flag there. My apologies. Jeremy, spot on with it.
No, I just saw the official announcing, so.
All right, so here we go again. Behind the sticks in a hole. 2:50 left here in our first quarter. Close game, 3-point game. Panthers up 10-7. Field goal and a Maddox McCrory to Bentley Harrell connection. That's how the Panthers got their 10 points. And North Little Rock quarterback Robert Jackson on a keeper strolled in for the Charging Wildcats. 7 points. There's Cooper Powell. Not much doing on that one as he takes the hand off. Kind of bounced around like a pinball there around the Charging Wildcat defenders before he's brought down.
Number 7, Justin Mitchell came in, pretty much stood up the, and that's another loss on the play, stood up the pulling guard, and Powell had nowhere to go. 2nd and 28 now.
Harrell in motion. Maddox McCrory looking for Harrell. Is that Harrell or is that Tatum?
That's Harrell.
Harrell with the grab, came in motion.
He signaled first down, but he only got back to almost the original line of scrimmage. Gotta like the swagger there up to the 46-yard line. That's going to bring up a 3rd and 12. A little bit better field position. In college, this is not 3rd and manageable. In high school, it could be 3rd and manageable.
Right. Ball on the 46 here as Maddox McCrory drops back looking to pass. He's going to tuck and roll. There he goes. Always get scared when I see Maddox tuck the football and take off, but wise choice right there. But it's going to bring up 4th down. Not near enough to pick up the first down.
Well, they're in plus territory now to the 48-yard line. This is about where the Charging Wildcats would get it on a big return anyway, so might as well go for it on 4th down and see what happens. Maybe you can jump them off sides with a hard count, some motion. Oh, there they go. Called it.
4th and 5, and we have a penalty on the play.
Yeah, that is one of the favorite plays in the book. Hopefully it's not going to be a false start. Nope, we got offsides.
Okay. So the Panthers catching a break right there as the Charging Wildcats jumped.
And that's going to be a 1st down.
1st and 10. Under a minute here at Panther Stadium. Pretty good crowd on hand tonight. Of course, a lot of people here, not just for the football, but for the seniors and band, cheer and dance as well. That's Harrell. McCrory's swinging it out to the right to Harrell. Harrell with the grab. And picking up a nice chunky yardage there. As the clock continues to roll here in the first quarter.
Well, both defenses have had a chance to get off the field now on consecutive drives, and both offenses dug themselves a deep hole. The Charging Wildcats were 3rd and 20. Your Cabot Panthers were 2nd and 20 or 2nd and 28. And both of them able to get out of it because of penalties and big plays. So as we get down here close to the end of the first quarter, it looks like the Panthers are just happy to let things end at 10-7, and we'll pick it up on the other side of the quarter break with the Cabot Panthers 2nd and 3 at the 36-yard line.
Pretty good first quarter there by the Cabot Panthers. Points on special teams, points through the air on offense. And we saw a little spark of that North Little Rock offense, that running game, as their quarterback, Robert Jackson, took off on the keeper, strolled in. Competitive game, but that's what we expected tonight. Of course, again, playoff positioning on the line tonight. We know both of these teams are postseason bound. Both of these teams will play next Friday night. The question is where and who will they face? And we know that if our Panthers can secure the victory tonight, they'll be back at Panther Stadium next Friday night, hosting either likely Springdale or Springdale Harbor from the 7A West. But if North Little Rock gets the victory tonight, that could shake things up quite a bit. And certainly there's some other factors. The PA and Little Rock Christian game also heavily weighs into the seeding process as well for this. It's almost too deep to dive into we just kind of got to let this all unfold tonight.
Well, you got to be a lawyer and an engineer to be able to understand all the tiebreakers and everything that goes into playoff positioning. Glad the guys at AAA have that down. All we have to do is watch football and call it.
All right, here's Maddox McCrory, straight drop. He finds Cooper Powell. Powell's going to have enough for the first down, plus some. Nice throw and catch right there. Good play design.
Yeah, that was just some screen action there. And got the defensive ends up the field. Snuck Cooper Powell out there into the flat, and there we go.
If you just joined us,
Panthers are in business.
Sorry, Jeremy. Excuse me.
Yeah, you're good.
If you just joined us, we're just underway here in the second quarter. 11:45, 10-7 ball game. 1st and 10 for the Panthers from the 22. That's Maddox McCrory again to Cooper Powell. Heavy dose of Powell tonight, but he's still on his feet. He's down inside the 10 and inside the 5-yard line as once again the Panthers are knocking on another scoring opportunity here. Knocking on the door.
Great downfield block by Caden Harmon.
Dylan Jones on the tackle.
And that kind of sprung Powell.
On the play.
It'll be first.
Oh, we do have a flag on the play as well. There was a little bit of the defensive back went for the knees of Christopher Fowler, and yep, that's what they're calling it. It's what they call a chop block against the defense. It's a dangerous play. As Fowler was coming down, he's just basically submarined by a defender. You don't want to see that. That's going to tack on some extra yardage to the end of this play.
Fowler's still on his feet, still in the game, so good news. No, he's still healthy and ready to go here. Of course, I want to say hi to Christopher Fowler's brother, Cameron Fowler. Spoke to him last night at the junior high North and South game. Just wanted to say hi to him. He loves our broadcast. Thank you for watching. And he said, give me a shout out when you talk about my brother. So there you go, Cameron. All right, so here we go. Offense knocking on the door. Ball on the 3, 1st and goal. It's Cooper Powell. He's going right side, and he strolls into the zone right there. And the Panthers are back on the board. An extra point away from making this a 10-point game. Once again, a 10-point game. Powell scores at the 11-16 mark in the second quarter. His first score of the night. Dean Heyer on for the extra point. Of course, as I mentioned earlier, Lucas Blaylock out tonight, injured, a wrist injury. So Dean Heyer will handle all of the kickoff and extra point duties. Field goals. Whistle blows here before Heyer can get his kick away. We're going to reset.
Yeah, it looks like another equipment malfunction there by North Little Rock Charging Wildcat. He's got to come out for a moment. They're going to throw somebody else on there, and we'll kick this thing again.
As Dean Heyer attempts the extra point. Caden Shells, what did you see on that drive by the Panthers?
I saw Cooper Powell being nearly unstoppable because he's fast and he can hit and he can move. He's kind of just an all-around guy. So
does everything for us, right?
Yes, he does.
Big night for him. He's, of course, one of our seniors, honored. He was actually the first senior that strolled out on senior night with his parents.
The Charging Wildcats lined up in the neutral zone there. That's going to be an offsides, and so now instead of a pitching wedge, you're going to pull out your lob wedge to get this one up there as he'll be kicking from the 8-yard line, 18-yard extra point.
Yeah. Hold is good. Kick is good as well. And with that, our margin is 10 points. Your Cabot Panthers up 17-7 with 11-16 left here in our second quarter of play. Pretty good first half so far for the Panthers. Jeremy, how about that drive?
Oh, that was a great answer for the North Little Rock drive. One of the things that it did, it gave the defense a chance to rest and reset a little bit. It was 9 plays, 65-yard drive, took 4 minutes and 18 seconds off the clock. Ended with the Cooper Powell 3-yard touchdown run. The key play there, though, was Aiden Tatum, a 13-yard reception to set up a 3rd and 12, and then it's a 3rd and 12, and then that big penalty on 4th down to draw the Wildcats offsides. started a first down for the Panthers, and they're just able to take it in from there. Also,
New life.
Yeah, absolutely, new life. Looked like the drives were dead. Now, if you're the Panther defense, if North Little Rock gives you a gift, you got to put them to bed, man. You got to get them off the field, just like they did their first 2 drives. Don't let them off the hook.
Charging Wildcats have 3 men, young men rather, back deep to receive. The Dean Hire kick. Hire kicking from the middle of the field this time. Booming kick. Going to be bobbled and finally picked up at around the 10-yard line by number 6. That's Jeremiah Buckner. Buckner going out left and brought down around the 20-yard line. We'll get our official spot here momentarily. Charging Wildcats, just by the eye test, Jeremy, by the eye test, look very athletic team. Their backs, their quarterback, defensive linemen, they all look very athletic. And this game is far from over. They're going to put up a fight tonight. And we'll see how they respond here after the Cooper Powell touchdown by the Panthers. We'll see if the Charging Wildcats can get their offense rolling. Wildcats working from the left hash. Handoff going left. Short side of the field. He's actually still on his feet.
Yeah, he lost yardage because he came back to it. That was number 23, Christian Reeves. And there is a flag on the play as well, so we're going to see what that is. Could be a hold or in the area of a face mask. So we'll have to see how the officials sort this out. Joey Bartlett was on the stop, and it was none of that. It was a illegal formation. The Panthers are going to decline that as it was a loss on the play. Back to the, looks like the 19-yard line. Loss of 2 there.
All right. So 2nd and 12, ball in the 19, and here are the Charging Wildcats back to work. Jackson pass complete out to the left side, and the receiver brought down near the sticks, near the first down. Let's see. I'm going to say it's just a bit short. Going to bring up 3rd down and 1 right here.
Yeah, that was just a 5-yard stop route. And just to give yourself a little bit of space, he turned around. That's going to be a first down.
It is. The scoreboard said 3rd down, but the guys working the chains over there, they have a 1. So it's first down. 1st and 10, ball in the 31. 10:05, clock rolling. And I believe that's going to be 23 Reeves again. Little handoff going left side.
Number 23, Christian Reeves on the
Christian
carry.
Reeves again on the carry.
Bunch of Panthers.
Going to be 2nd and 5 now from the 36. Just about 9.5 minutes left here before halftime. Again, at halftime, we're going to see performances from our dance cheer and, of course, our award-winning band. Here's Jackson looking to pass again.
And that is incomplete. That pass looks like it was broken up.
Bringing up 3rd down.
It wasn't broken up. It was just thrown a little bit too far back. Yeah, Jalen Hart was in coverage.
Good job by Jalen Hart. Big night for him. He's one of our seniors. Honored in pregame tonight. All right, so it's going to be 3rd and 5. Ball in the 36 for sophomore quarterback Robert Jackson and the Charging Wildcats. There's some running room for number 23. That is Christian Reeves. And he is picking up the first down plus some right there. Great run. Boy, talk about the speed and the athleticism right there, man. He turned the corner, and he is inside the 40-yard line now. Charging Wildcats in a hurry, getting in Cabot Panther territory there.
Yeah, pick up a 25 on that one. And Joey Bartlett's actually showing off his athleticism coming from his left defensive end spot. He had to chase all of that, and he was able to get involved in the tackle as well. But big pickup there. North Little Rock gets a new set of downs up to around or inside the 40-yard line.
Wow, pressure by the Panther defense right there is Jackson faked the handoff and then maybe looking to pass, but boy, he had a couple of Panthers right in his face.
Yeah, that was Ethan Carter was there initially, and then Grant Zimmerman helped clean it up. That's back to the 44-yard line, so that's a loss of 5 on the play. Ethan Carter just read that. It looked like it was going to be a play-action fake or maybe a bootleg, but Ethan Carter just read it, didn't go for the fake, and was able to get the quarterback down.
Here's Reeves going left. Again, meeting a handful of Panthers as the charging Wildcats.
And that one was well read again by Carter. He disrupted that play. It was Braxton Bailey who came up with the stop along with David Liddell, but Ethan Carter, he really turned that back to the inside, really doing a good job with the edge, setting the edge there. That sets up a 3rd down now and 14 yards for the charging Wildcats. They are in plus territory, so you got to assume they're going to go for it on 4th down if they don't get this.
Boy, here's Jackson. He's looking left side and deep, but the pass is incomplete. Tight battle over there on that far sideline between the charging Wildcat receiver and is that Hart over there on that side?
Yeah, that's Jalen Hart. Just a go route there by Gabriel Shavers, and ball was just a tad overthrown, but great coverage by Jalen Hart and North Little Rock. They've got to go for it, or they've got to punt it now from 4th and 14, even though they're in plus territory.
All right, ball on the 48 here. Panthers have Aiden Tatum back to receive. High booming kick. Tatum with the fair catch signal. And the thing is he made the fair catch, and it was made inside the 5-yard line there, which is not great, but nonetheless, sure-handed grab. It's going to be about on the 3 or so.
Yeah, the only good news is the Cabot Panthers, they have not finished a drive that wasn't a score, and so now that you can go 97 yards and you can eat up a lot of clock there, or you can get a big shock play, either one of those is going to be good outcomes for this Panther team. And the 7:29 mark, again, defense has gotten you 3 stops so far today. That's a really, really, really big development in this game.
That's right. All right, Caden Shells, what do you need to see out of this Cabot Panther offense right here?
I need to see just another pass like the one earlier, another 66-yard pass from Maddox. If he could find any of his receivers he usually throws to, like Bentley, I think it'll be a good move here. Instead,
that's awful close.
He got out, but it's going to be a loss of 2 on the play. Cooper Powell, he was just eating up there. This North Little Rock defensive front is pretty salty, and they did a good job in pursuit.
From the 1-yard line.
Ball goes back to the 1 here. 2nd and 12 from the 1.
And the Panthers, that's why the Panthers have had to throw so much today, because of this powerful North Little Rock defensive front.
There's Maddox. He was backpedaling in the back of the end zone there. A little scary situation, but he does get the pass off incomplete. But nonetheless, he no harm, no foul right there, just an incomplete pass. Could have been a lot worse.
Yeah, you got to be real careful down here, too. He had Anias Arnold, but he was going off of his back foot. Maddox McCrory was going off of his back foot, retreating. He was worried about the boundary, worried about the safety, worried about everything, and just wasn't able to connect with Anias Arnold. Look for the Panthers, just kind of get the ball out. You might see Cooper Powell here in the flat just to try to get a little bit of room for the punt and allow the defense to go back to work. And Coach Scott Reed's going to elect to call a timeout here.
Second charge timeout.
Probably a good option here. As the ball is on the 1-yard line, it's going to be 3rd and 12 for the Panthers.
No, I'm just kidding. That was North Little Rock called the timeout.
Either way, a good opportunity for the Panthers to talk things over here. Crucial play. So close to that goal line. Want to avoid a safety or
Well,
anything major here, no damage.
There's 2 things you want to avoid. There's 3 things you want to avoid. You want to avoid a penalty in the end zone because that's a safety. You want to avoid a safety by tackle, and then you want to avoid any kind of turnover down here as well.
One other note to mention, we know, as we told you earlier, punter Lucas Blaylock is injured. He's not playing tonight. He's not dressed out. He actually has a wrist injury. It's nothing. It's a wrist injury. that he suffered on special teams play last week against Little Rock Central. So Cannon Moore will be punting if we do have to punt here from our end zone. So Cannon Moore with not a ton of experience punting. That's also something to watch here. But first, we have 3rd down and 12 from the 1-yard line with 6:54 left here before halftime. Maddox rolling out right. He has a receiver, but did it bounce off the turf?
No. Anias Arnold on the reception.
Anias Arnold did catch that, caught it around the 5-yard line. So you get yourself just a little bit of breathing room.
Going to bring up 4th and 8. As Jeremy said, we'll take that breathing room, though, for the punt here. And as I alluded to a little earlier, Cannon Moore on to punt for the Panthers. Cannon Moore has had a fantastic sophomore year, playing wide receiver, but he has been called into duty here to punt since Lucas Blaylock's injury. And he gets it away. Pretty good kick. Charging Wildcats going to stay away from it, and the Panthers are going to down it across midfield, across the midfield stripe. And the Charging Wildcats will get pretty decent field position following the punt, but no harm, no foul right there. We got away with just punting the ball away. No safety, no score. We put it back on the Charging Wildcats to see if they can capitalize on the good field position here.
Yeah, I feel like that was a little bit my fault. I spoke too soon. Panthers have been 3 for 3 on scoring drives. Go there, and we're only able to pick up a couple of yards. But a good punt. It stopped short of the returners, didn't give the returners time to get under it, and the coverage team did a great job, and then North Little Rock is back in their side of the field.
Do we have a change? Are we running a Wildcat? We are. That's Buckner running the Wildcat for the Charging Wildcats. He goes left, picks up a few. Jeremiah Buckner. Jackson, Robert Jackson, the quarterback, not in on that play. Buckner running the Wildcat.
Brings up 2nd down and 9.
Just a pickup of a yard. Going to bring up 2nd and 9. Ball on the 49. Charging Wildcats looking to get back into Panther territory. More importantly, pick up 9 yards and move the chains here. Jackson back in now. And I believe that's still Buckner in the game to his right. No, it's not. We're still running the Wildcat. That's Reeves. Christian Reeves, number 23.
The direct snap goes to Christian Reeves.
Direct snap there to Reeves.
Number 41, Joseph Rammel.
Strolling out to the right, but Joseph Rammel leading the charge for the Panthers.
Panthers are really doing a good job with this Wildcat package. Jackson's now back in, but that was good. 2 very, very, very good run fence there for the Panthers. They did a good job of controlling the edge, not allowing any kind of cutbacks, forcing everything out of bounds on the first one, and then setting the edge there on that second run, just allowing just 2 yards total on those 2 plays.
Panther fans making some noise on 3rd and 8. Here's Jackson throwing over the middle, incomplete. Ball bounds on the turf all the way back into the end zone. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down for the Charging Wildcats.
And guess who? It was Joey Bartlett getting good pressure on the quarterback and forced that incompletion. So we're at the 4:34 mark, and it is another 4th down for the Charging Wildcats, and they are going to be punting it back to your Panthers.
Again, Aiden Tatum back deep to receive. On the last punt, he had a fair catch inside the 5 around the 3-yard line. This time, he's standing in front of the 10-yard line, ahead of the 10-yard line, maybe on the 14 or so.
I think he knows now anything over his head just to let it go.
Exactly. He's going to fair catch it again. Oh, my gosh, he bobbled it, and the Charging Wildcats, Johnny on the spot, on top of the football. A big break right there, a terrible circumstance for the Panthers as Aiden Tatum went to fair catch it, but he could not secure the football on the fair catch. And the Charging Wildcats, there was at least 3 or 4 of them in the area, Jeremy, and the ball was just wide open on the turf for him.
That ball was just rolling away from him, could not control it. There is a flag on the play over there on the sideline, so you might get him for an unsportsmanlike conduct after that, but This one's going to be charging Wildcat football, and we're going to see. No, never mind. There is no flag over there.
You know, Jeremy, I had this thought going into the night that this might be a tough, hard-fought game tonight, and it's living up to it so far. Charging Wildcats capitalizing on the special teams mistake by the Panthers. That's Reeves. He's going left, I'm sorry. Not much happening there on that play. Panthers doing this direct snap to Reeves, getting the ball in his hands quickly and letting him get downhill. No gain on the play, they say. 2nd and 10, ball on the 12. Charging Wildcats with a little momentum going here after the special teams miscue. We'll see if the Panther D can hold serve. Here's Buckner. Up the hashes there. He's going to pick up a few as we near the 4-minute mark.
Number 6, Jeremiah Buckner on the carry. Number 93, Joey Barton on the tackle.
And checking out the scoreboard. There we go. 3rd and 7, ball on the 9-yard line now for the Charging Wildcats. I was letting them adjust the scoreboard for down and distance.
And that ball was batted down. Looks like it was Braxton Bailey again.
Batted down.
Braxton Bailey.
4th and 7.
Stepping up this year as a junior. Seen a lot of playing time and certainly making his impression felt on that defensive line. All right, so here we are for the field goal attempt. 4th and 7, ball on the 9, the Charging Wildcats. Going to attempt the field goal here. Snap is good, hold is down, and the kick is up and good as well. And the Charging Wildcats cut into the lead on the field goal there. That was number 95, Peyton Reynolds, with the field goal. Nice kick by that young man, and the Charging Wildcats take advantage of the special teams mistake by the Panthers. Get great field position. They can't get into the end zone, but they do get on the scoreboard. And right now, with 3:37 left here before halftime, it is 17-10. Panthers leading, but the Charging Wildcats certainly with the momentum right now.
Well, that was a big stop by the Cabot Panther defense. I know we gave up 3 with the field goal, but we're put in really bad position. And the defense stood tall, didn't really allow much of anything, forced that field goal attempt. That's a win, getting off the field with only 3 points. You still got a 7-point lead. You got the football coming back to you with 3 minutes, 37 seconds to go, and you got the ball coming out at halftime as well. So great opportunity for the Panthers to put some distance between them and the Charging Wildcats right here at the end of the first half. And it's going to be because that defense stood tall right there.
All right, so it's Reynolds, Peyton Reynolds again to kick for the Charging Wildcats. And that's going to be Jalen Hart and Andrew Godwin both watch it sail over their head and bounce into the end zone. Going to be a touchback. So the Panthers going to start from the 20, 80 yards to go for pay dirt with 3:37 left here before the break. Again, want to thank you guys for tuning in tonight on YouTube at Cabot High School Television, catching your Cabot Panther football tonight. So far, a very interesting, hard-fought game. What we expected between these two longtime rivals. Here's Maddox McCrory out of the empty set. Senior quarterback on senior night. Looking over the middle, and he connects with Anias Arnold. Nice grab. Arnold close to the first down. Good start to this drive.
Yeah, the Wildcats blitzed off the edge, and Maddox McCrory read it perfectly. Had Anias Arnold on the hot route there. Picked up a gain of 8, and that's exactly what you want to do. You want to stay ahead of the chains, beat the blitz, and got close to that first down. Anias Arnold's 3rd catch of the night.
All right, Cooper Powell standing to Maddox McCrory's left. Christopher Fowler in motion. It's Maddox.
Oh, he's got a wide open Anias Arnold.
And he makes the grab. Arnold strolling down the sideline, and he is not going to be caught. He's into the paint, and just like that, quickly, the Panthers strike back on the board again. Nice throw and catch right there. Maddox McCrory hooking up with Anias Arnold. Arnold doing the rest with his legs.
That's the second bomb that we've seen. This time it was Anias Arnold just on a corner route there. He was one-on-one with the receiver, faked him on a double move to the inside post, went back to the outside. The defensive back bid on that inside move. Anias Arnold was wide open, caught the ball in stride, and took it to the house. Great pass there by Maddox McCrory, and this offense is starting to really click on all cylinders. These are pass completions that we didn't see earlier in the season, but we are definitely seeing them now.
Dean Heyer adding the extra point there. And it is now 24-10. Your Cabot Panthers up on the North Little Rock Charging Wildcats here with 2:53 before halftime. Again, during halftime, we're going to have performances from our cheer dance and our award-winning Cabot High School band. Can't wait to see that. We'll bring you that during halftime here on senior night.
And how about this drive recap? Just 2 plays, 80 yards, 44 seconds off the clock. All of those yards credited to Anias Arnold from Maddox McCrory. Anias Arnold caught the first pass for 8 yards, the second one for 72, and we got another tutty on the board, as they say.
Yep. Hard to believe, Jeremy, we're in week 10. This season has flown by, I tell you what.
I feel like we only have a couple broadcasts under our belt, Mitch. I mean,
Sometimes I act like it.
I looked up, we were sweating up here, 90-degree weather, and then we had that beautiful night down there at Little Rock Christian. We're cramped out down in Pulaski Academy, and then all of a sudden it's senior night.
It's flown by. See if the Panthers can close out the 2025 campaign with victory tonight. No easy task, though. North Little Rock going to put up a fight under returning head coach Brad Bolding. You know, he and his staff and these kids, they're gonna have a certain edge to them. And I don't feel like they are out of this football game yet. We are not out of the woods. A lot of football left. Charging Wildcats going to start their next possession on the 20.
This is a really, every possession's big, but up 14, this is a big possession for the Cabot Panther defense. They stood tall the last couple of possessions, were able to force punts. If they can get another 3-and-out, force a punt, the Panthers have all 3 timeouts remaining. Just kidding, they have 2 of their timeouts remaining.
Yeah.
And, that's plenty of time to stop the clock, maybe get another score on the board going into halftime.
Both teams with 2 timeouts remaining as we have about 2:47 left here.
Oh, that's a great play. Joey Bartlett turned that back, turned it inside, and
is that Ethan Carter again?
Yeah, it was Ethan Carter coming in from that backside to get Christopher Reeves down, and that's a loss of about 6 or 7 on the play.
They're going to call it 2nd and 17.
Down to the 13-yard line.
Yeah.
Sorry, I work around junior high kids all day.
You get the 6'7" joke in.
All the time.
Caden Shells knows about that joke.
Mr. Lilly does it on accident all the time.
I do, and I'm learning it's the new trend and it's the word of the year or whatever.
It's definitely the number of the year, if nothing else.
6-7 means that a team scored and then they added the extra point.
That's right.
That's what 6-7 means to me. Okay, so, all right, 3rd down and 17 here.
Big play for the defense. Earlier in the year, the defense struggled to get off the field against likes of Little Rock Christian with situations like this, but we've seen tremendous growth. And I'm looking here. I think the Panthers are going to do it.
Here's Jackson. He hands off to Reeves, and Reeves has some running room. Boy, he's quick, man. He has a very quick first step. He took the rock and headed upfield, turned the corner and headed upfield there.
Yeah, but he was out of bounds at the – oh, we got a penalty on the play. Just kidding. He was out of bounds around the 25 or 26-yard line, but this is going to go against the Little Rock Charging Wildcats. It looks like it might have been in the area of a hold, and that's going to put them back just a little bit further.
Under 2 minutes to go, 1:58. As the clock stops here to assess the penalty. Charging Wildcats bringing their punting team out.
So the penalty was declined. We're going to see where they're going to spot the ball. So the run by Christian Reeves is going to count. He went out of bounds around the 25-yard line. So that was a pickup of 12, but still going to bring up a 4th down and 5, and that is going to cause another punt with 1:58 remaining, and this is exactly what you want. Redemption time here for Aiden Tatum as well.
Aiden Tatum standing on the 40-yard line.
Uh-oh.
The Panthers' own 40-yard line. Whistles again. Officials having a conference.
The clock started with 1:53, but that ball had gone out of bounds.
Reset the game clock to 2:02.
They want to reset the game clock to 2:02. Game clock right now shows 1:53. They just made the adjustment. Back to 2:02. Both teams again have 2 timeouts here. 4th and 6. The ball on the 25 as the Charging Wildcats will punt it away. Aiden Tatum again standing on his own 40.
Oh, it's
Panthers.
a fake.
Oh, my goodness.
And this one is read perfectly by the Panthers. And now the Panthers are going to have an amazing field position. This one's going to be around the 28-yard line as he was run out of bounds.
Forced out of bounds.
That was the punter, Priest Simpson. He was rushed out of bounds around the 24-yard line. And so he lost a yard officially. And that's going to be a first down for the Panthers with 1:55. Plenty of time to get another touchdown on the board.
2-minute offense here. Maddox McCrory leading the Panther offense out. Again, Cooper Powell with him. Same cast and characters as every week at receiver and along our offensive line. Here's the handoff on the end around. This is Bentley Harrell, number 12. Harrell bottled up pretty quickly. Tried to turn the corner, but the Charging Wildcats with their athleticism and speed crowded him pretty quickly.
Yeah, it's going to be a loss. About a loss of 1 on the play. Maybe back to the 24-yard line. Not they're going to give him no gain on the play. So back to the 24-yard line. It's going to bring up a 2nd and 10.
Here's Maddox McCrory. He's got some pressure. Scrambling right, then rolling back left.
He's got an open receiver in Anias Arnold.
He heaves to the end zone. I think it was Cooper Powell, actually. Cooper Powell.
Oh, that's right.
Cooper Powell intended for Cooper, but Cooper couldn't bring the football down.
We do have an injured Wildcat on the field.
Helmet off for that young man.
So we're going to have a timeout with 1:21 to go. I tell you what, Maddox McCrory, he was deep. He was deep. He probably launched that ball from around the 44-yard line. The line of scrimmage was the 24, so he had to add an extra 20 yards on top of it. And just had a little bit too much air under it to be able to make that completion. It was close, though. Defensive back came in to break it up right there at the end. And just a bit of a reprieve there for the Charging Wildcats, but a chance for the Cabot Panthers to reset right here with a minute 21 left, 3rd and 10. But they're still at the 25-yard line, or 24-yard line.
24-10. Our score from Panther Stadium here on senior night. Inching closer to halftime. Here's Maddox McCrory out of the empty set. He finds Cooper Powell. Little swing pass, sidearm maybe. Out to the right.
Cooper Powell.
Minimal gain there. Maybe a couple. Going to bring up 4th and 10, though. We'll see what the Panthers do here. We know Dean Heyer has a great leg, but this might be a little too far out of range.
Yeah, you're at the 25-yard line, so you're looking at about a 43-yard field goal from there. That's usually, or 42 yards. You add 7 yards for the snap, so that's going to take it back to the 32-yard lines, and then add 10 more yards for the end zone, so that make it a 42. That would be a tough kick. At this point, it looks like the Panthers are just going to let the clock roll down to around 32 seconds left and not give the Charging Wildcats much time if convert here. So really interested to see how they decide to go, if they want to go with the field goal route, field goal attempt, or if you go with another play.
Well, you got
maybe some trickeration with the field goal fake. You just never know, man.
Got a 14-point lead here, so a little bit of cushion. Not the tightest of games, but certainly one that we know the Charging Wildcats could jump back up, get back in this game fairly quickly. So no hasty decisions, but definitely a little cushion. Maybe a little being the key word there, small amount.
Well, I'm going to take any cushion we can get, to be quite honest with you.
That's right.
I think it would be pretty interesting to see Dean Heyer out, because we've seen his accuracy, but I don't think we've quite seen his leg yet.
Well, I got news for you.
Yeah, looks like we're going to see it.
Dean Heyer trots out.
Well, you might as well on senior night give him a shot right here.
Can't tell who the holder is. I think it's Christopher Fowler. I think it's number 31, Christopher Fowler. Heyer on for the attempt. It's going to be...
It is good.
Wow. I was about to say it looks like it's a little short, but it did just sail over the crossbar.
Mr. Automatic.
Just sail over the crossbar.
As his soccer coach, Coach Reese, would say that he is Coach Rice, I'm sorry, he would say that is a silent assassin. Coach Rice, that was not a silent assassin right there. That was a kick for everybody to hear and see here tonight at Panther Stadium. What a heck of a kick by that young man.
He's 2 for 2 for... Let me slow down a little bit. He's 2 for 2 tonight on field goal attempts, and he extends the lead to 27-10. Way to go, Dean Heyer. Dean Heyer, also a senior.
I will say Dean is kind of a quieter type guy. He doesn't really talk much, but he is very funny. Once you get to know him, he's a very funny guy.
Well, he's certainly got going to have to handle the majority of the kicking duties since Lucas Blaylock is out. He and for a good portion of the season, we saw he and Blaylock alternate kicking off, maybe extra points and whatnot. But with Lucas Blaylock's injury, Dean Heyer's our man.
Mitch, we've been really, really, really fortunate here at Cabot with some fantastic kickers and punters over the course of the last few years. And, and that's been something that's been a hallmark of Coach Reed's program. The special teams has always been strong, especially with the kickers. And so it's just another feather in that hat, man.
All right, so it's Dean Heyer kicking near the right hash. That short kind of bounding kick there, bounces off the turf and goes out of bounds. 26 seconds here before halftime. Again, thank you guys for joining us on YouTube at Cabot High School Television for Cabot Panther football. Know we probably have some viewers from North Little Rock watching us tonight too. Thank you guys for tuning in.
The kick out of bounds always carries with it a penalty. The ball is going to be taken up to the 37-yard line. So with 26 seconds to go, Charging Wildcats will have it at the 37.
Jackson's under center here. Looks like they may be content with just, I don't know. I'm curious to see what happens here. I think
you got to watch the knee. You can watch the fake of a knee right there. He doesn't do it, but
yeah, I was hesitant to say it's just we're going to take the knee here because you never know, especially after their fake punt attempt earlier. Coach Boulding has some tricks up his sleeve, we know. All right, so the clock winds down as 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And with that, we end our first quarter of play from Panther Stadium. Our Cabot Panthers up by 17 points here, 27-10 the score as we head to halftime. Caden Shells, Jeremy Carson, and I are going to take a break. We're going to enjoy performances from the band and the cheer and the dance. And, of course, Jeremy and Caden and I will join you a little bit before the start of the second half, the start of the third quarter, and we'll go over some numbers and stats and look back at the first half. But for now, we're going to take a break. Stay with us. We'll be back shortly.
And that's good.
Cabot High School dance team. Continuing your halftime entertainment, the Cabot High School cheer team.
Competitions is our last game and some recognition is due. 2 weeks ago, the band competed at the Paragould Invitational Marching Contest, competing with bands from across the state. The band received first division ratings on all sections, swept all 3 major categories awarded in the 7A classification, won awards for the highest scores of the day in music, visual, and general effect captions, and won the first place overall grand championship for the show. This means that the School of Cabot went undefeated in Arkansas in all 3 invitational contests attended this season. But there's more. Last week, the band received the highest marks possible, earned a first division rating at the ASBOA Region Marching Assessment. This is the 29th consecutive year the band has earned that distinction. And finally this week, Arkansas State Marching Championship at Memorial Stadium, the band earned a first division rating and finished second place overall in Class 7A. This finish is the third time in the last 4 years that the band has finished as the state runner-up. Tonight, the band will be performing all of their 2025 competition show titled Daisy Chain. The show features music from Arturo Cardulas, Jules Massenet, Susan Boyle, and Audio Machine, and the music from the movie Oppenheimer. Soloists tonight are Sasha Skusinskaya on flute, Nick Reedy on saxophone, Ryan Cooper on piano, and all-state band member Hudson Merrick on trumpet. However, before we play the show, we would like to take a moment and recognize our senior class. For the past 6 years, this group of dedicated young men and women has proudly represented our band program, school, and community. The Cabot Band is proud to present drum majors Zach Roden, Sasha Kusinskaya, and the 78 members of its senior class in their final performance of Daisy Chain. School. The band is under the direction of Wesley Hart, Kira Reynolds, Philip Franklin, Brandon Wilson, Ian Nusslinger, with assistance from Scott Reynolds, Lauren Franklin, Riley Bowler, Brian Calvert, Simon Sidiak, and Allie Flynn. Thank you, Panther fans. Thank you, band, and thank you, seniors.
So, dear Paul, I want you to be like those in the small ways that thank you for the impact you got on me, especially right like 16 was a perfect. Oh, dude, let's go. Yes, that's cool. Touch Robert's youth in that. You touch Robert every time I come with guys on the sidelines. You're only very person I know, and I got you. Thank you for everything you've done for me. I appreciate that.
Let's do it. All right, Luke's a good guy, man. That's the point that you've been doing the best job teaching me, done the best job teaching me.
Fans, the moment we've all been waiting for is here. Tonight we have the ultimate kickoff, a contest that can have this lucky person leaving in a brand new car from Guatney Chevrolet. James Miller, his grandson Hayes, and Cody Canterbury will be representing Guatney Chevrolet. Wesley Sowell will be attempting a 40-yarder for a 2026 Chevrolet Trax valued over $25,000. He's warming up, he's eyeing it. The kick is up. Oh. Wait, there's more. After both kicks, he will be presented with a $500 check, but now we're going to move him up to the 25-yarder for another $500. Come on, Wesley Sal, we need your inner Cam Little. Here we go. The kick is up. It's close. We are now presenting Wesley Sal with the $500 from his previous kick. Congratulations, Wesley Sal, and thank you, Guatney family.
All right, hello and welcome back to Cabot Panther Football on YouTube at Cabot High School Television. I'm the broadcasting teacher at Cabot High School, Mitch Lilly. I'm doing your play-by-play tonight, joined by student commentator, senior Caden Shells here on senior night, and of course, Jeremy Carson is our color commentator. He's also the team statistician. And as we get ready to begin our second half of play, third quarter, Jeremy's going to join me and look back at some stats and numbers from the first half. Jeremy?
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, Mitch. The score is 27-10 here at the half, and we're going to talk about how we got there. The North Little Rock Charging Wildcats took the opening kickoff and did nothing with it, went 3 and out, and gifted the Panthers with some awesome field position. Panthers capitalized with the Dean Heyer 38-yard field goal. It was a 6-play, 20-yard drive, took a minute 25 off the clock. Panthers were the early 3-0 lead after another 3 and out. Bentley Harrell caught a 66-yard pass from Maddox McCrory. The extra point by Dean Heyer was good. That made the score 10-0 about halfway through the first quarter. And then North Little Rock drove down for their only touchdown of the day. It was aided by a defensive pass interference penalty, but it was a Robert Jackson 37-yard touchdown. Peyton Reynolds' extra point was good, and the score was 10-7 at that point. That's as close as the Wildcats have gotten, though. The Panthers answered with the Cooper Powell 3-yard touchdown run. And that was part of a 9-play, 58-yard drive that took 4 minutes and 18 seconds off the clock. That's the score at that point was 17-7. The charging Wildcats had to punt, but a turnover deep on the punt return deep in Cabot territory set the charging Wildcats up with beautiful field position inside the 20-yard line. The defense stood tall, forced a field goal attempt by Peyton Reynolds. That attempt was good. That made the score 17-10. And then the Panthers finished out the first half. Anias Arnold on a 72-yard bomb from Maddox McCrory. Heyer's extra point was good. That made the score 24-10. And just before the half, Dean Heyer hit his second field goal of the game, this time a 42-yarder. That made the score 27-10. And real quick, as North Little Rock is lining up, just want to give you some highlights. Maddox McCrory was 15 of 19 for 246 yards, 2 touchdowns. He did not throw a pick in the first half. On the receiving end, Bentley Harrell caught 3 passes for 89 yards and a touchdown. Cooper Powell caught 7 passes for 59 yards. Anias Arnold caught 4 passes for 94 yards and a touchdown.
All right. Thank you, Jeremy. We're set for kickoff here. This is North Little Rock. Cabot takes the timeout here. I was trying to figure out what exactly happened here right before the kickoff. Panthers take the timeout. They're going to have, when we return, Jalen Hart and Andrew Godwin back deep to return. The opening kickoff here of the second half. As we have a little time here, we could continue on if you want to. Jeremy, let's talk about some team numbers as we look back at the first half.
Yeah, absolutely. The Cabot Panthers picked up 7 first downs in the first half. The Wildcats picked up 5. The Panthers just 1 of 5 on third down, and the charging Wildcats just 2 of 9 on third down as well. So both teams struggling a little bit there on third down. Panthers ran 24 plays for 253 total yards. 246 of those have come through the air. And just 7 yards rushing kind of shows the strength of that North Little Rock defense. For the charging Wildcats, they ran 32 plays, picked up 111 total yards. That's just 3.5 yards per play. 24 yards through the air, 87 on the ground for the Wildcats. Wildcats were also penalized 6 times for 23 yards. And the most important thing, though, the scoreboard 27-10, and the Panthers getting the ball back have a great opportunity here.
Yeah, I want to make a correction. Instead of Andrew Godwin, it's Anias Arnold back with Jalen Hart, but it's Hart with the return. Hart out across the 25, maybe the 26, 27. Also, senior broadcasting student Caden Shells. What are your thoughts on the first half?
I really liked how Maddox looked so confident throwing the ball, and those completions downfield probably gave him a lot of confidence. So that, what was it, 15 and 19?
Yeah, 15 and 19.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive, you know. And no interceptions that's a good way to start the game.
That's right. Turnovers, certainly a problem earlier in the season for the Panthers, but tonight, -1 special teams miscue. Everything so far so good in the turnover column. All right, so here we go. Offensively, here's Maddox dropping back. He has Anias Arnold, and Arnold makes another fantastic grab. Anias Arnold having a big night tonight. Of course, he scored earlier, as you heard from Jeremy's recap, or maybe you saw if you were watching our broadcast. And that's a first down for the Panthers. Great catch by Anias Arnold.
That was the same route that Arnold caught his touchdown pass on that time. That was that corner route, one-on-one again. And Panthers are winning those one-on-ones deep tonight.
All right, here's Cooper Powell, keeping his leg drive going. Got spun around a little bit, but nice gain. A couple of yards at least.
That was number 0, Simeon Trotter, basically going head-to-head with number 0, Cooper Powell, and pickup of 2 on the play for Powell.
I say nice gain. Anything positive is a nice gain for me. 2nd and 8, ball on the 48. Here's Maddox looking over the middle, but there, we were just talking about no turnovers, and boom, just like that, it jumps up. Whew, interception there by the charging Wildcats, and they're going to take over here quickly on offense. That drive didn't last long for the Panthers.
No, and there was some pressure coming off the edge. Maddox just had to get rid of it, underthrew it, put a little bit too much air on it, and Javion Dodson just comes underneath. Anias Arnold makes the catch at the 35-yard line, or makes the interception at the 35-yard line, returns it up to the 40, and the charging Wildcats will have an opportunity. The good news is Cabot has a little bit of a cushion, and hopefully that will be sufficient and this defense can do its job.
Robert Jackson back in at quarterback for the charging Wildcats. Motion across the formation, and there's flags flying. False start on the offense. Charging Wildcats moving backwards now based on Jackson's reaction. Kind of figured it was against North Little Rock. 11-12 here in our third quarter of play. Great night here for football. Senior night, of course. Hope you guys, if you stayed with us, saw the cheer and dance and band performances. And now we're back to football here. Jackson, along the hashes, the right hashes, dancing around. We know he has escapability. He slides around the 40.
I'm pretty confident.
38-yard line. Sorry. Go ahead, Caden.
I was just going to say I'm pretty confident in how this defense played last half. They played pretty good. Joey Bartlett got in there a few times, pressured the quarterback pretty well. So I don't think that turnover is going to affect them too much. It might mentally, which might be an issue, but, I don't think the defense is going to have any problems getting going here.
All right, here's Jackson. He has a lone setback standing to his left. Takes the snap. Again, he's on the move. Keeping. Running up the hashes there. Picks up a few yards.
Robert Jackson runs up the middle. Back by number 88, Braxton Bailey.
Just checking out our scoreboard. I don't think it's right. It says 3rd and 18, ball on the 42. It's supposed to be 3rd down and 8. That's what we'll call it. 3rd down and 8. Ball on the 42. All right. Great pressure by the Cabot defense right there.
And they're not going to let him loose.
No, they were not.
What a great job by the Cabot defense. Joey Bartlett, again, he sets the edge there and then gets good pursuit from the backside, finally able to wrestle Christian Reeves out of bounds, but he's going to go back 10 yards or 9 yards back to the 33-yard line. That's going to be another punt punting attempt for the charging Wildcats. So once again, this defense, man, they have come to play tonight, and this is so much fun to watch. The two units, offense and defense, playing complementary football. And this is when you know the Cabot Panthers are really clicking as a team.
Charging Wildcats to punt. Aiden Tatum, fair catch. This time he secures it around the 35. Got to watch the Charging Wildcats. They did do a fake punt earlier tonight, but that time electing to kick it away. Aiden Tatum with the fair catch. Nice grab by him. Around the 35 or so. 36, 35 is what the scoreboard says. How they see it in the press box. 1st and 10, 9:32 here in our third quarter of play. 27-10. Pretty good first half for the Panthers. We'll see if they can keep it rolling here as we wind down the 2025 regular season campaign tonight. Anias Arnold in motion. That jet sweep again, and it's the give to Arnold. Arnold close to a first down. Arnold doing it both on the ground now, and I guess that was actually a pass too, right, Jeremy?
No, that's a handoff right there. The ball never left McCrory's hands. He was just so he just takes the handoff there on that jet motion.
A little hard to see here. Jeremy with the eagle eye, got it.
20/20 vision.
He sees everything, man. There's no telling what I'd be saying up here if it wasn't for Jeremy. Thank goodness Jeremy's here. Keeps me in line tonight, every night, all season long. Caden's here too. He's trying to watch me.
Trying.
All right, so here we go. Maddox, Panthers operating from the right hash. Swings it to Cooper Powell. Powell with the grab, and he's out across midfield. Cooper Powell, senior night tonight. First player to go out and be recognized during senior night with his parents.
Well, Powell's having a tough night on the ground because of the charging Wildcat defensive front, but they're able to get him the ball in space off of these screen actions and going off into the flat, and that's really been an extension of a run game as Powell again just punishing defenders out there on the edge.
Yeah, I always say it. I've said it every week I've been on the three-man group. Cooper, if you come in contact with Cooper, you're going to have some serious problems, and you're probably going to be seeing Tweety birds above your head for the next 5 minutes or so, because he is not scared to just run straight into you and really hurt you if you're not careful.
That cat has no regard for the life of defenders, and I'm okay with that.
8:55 to go. 2nd and 1. Ball on the 41. Speaking of Cooper Powell.
There he goes.
Here he is again. He's busted loose this time.
We're going to have a hold there on Anias Arnold downfield around the 30. This one's going to come back to the 40-yard line. It should still be a first down. But that one's gonna hurt a little bit. That one's gonna sting. Could have been a 20-yard gain. It's now going to be about a 2-yard gain.
Just when we thought Cooper Powell was starting to get free there, get loose. Downfield penalty on Anias Arnold. Minimal gain. But as I said earlier, let's see where they move the sticks. I'm watching them move the sticks. Actually, it's they've got 2nd down over there on the chain gang. 8:48 here at Panther Stadium. They're going to replay 2nd down. Okay. Scoreboard says 1st and 10, but now we're going to adjust that. And now the sticks say 1st down. So we're confused all around here.
Yeah, he said the White Hat thought that this was still going to be a 2nd down, but there was enough downfield to give him, because the penalty was thrown around the 30. It was a spot foul, so the ball's going to move back 10 yards from the 30-yard line down to the 40-yard line. That's close to where the line is to gain for the 1st down. So the officials are having a discussion here if this is indeed going to be a 1st down or a 2nd and short.
All right, so we're still trying to clear up the confusion. The officials huddled around each other along the 40-yard line there. And we'll see what their final verdict is. Panther offense waiting patiently. Again, we know both of these teams are postseason bound. A lot's going to shake out tonight. By the end of the night, we'll know the playoff picture a lot better. We're going to know whether the Panthers are, in fact, going to be at home next week with a victory tonight. We believe that's going to be the case, hosting either Springdale or Springdale Harbor. And if North Little Rock were to happen to get the victory tonight, then the Panthers would be on the road. That pass sails out of bounds and incomplete. Maddox had some pressure on him right there.
Bring up 2nd and 10 for the Panthers. And we're not going to say that North Little Rock's going to come back. We're not speaking that one into existence, Mitch. We're going to have a home playoff game next week.
All right.
I'm calling it right now.
Okay. I think we're all for it.
Oh,
going on the road, yeah, it's fun and it's an adventure, but we'd love to be at home next Friday night. Here's Maddox. Pass is complete. I believe that's Aiden Tatum over there on the far side, maybe?
Yep.
Okay.
First time that we've seen that screen action. That's what they call a tunnel screen coming from the outside in. Got a couple of blocks from offensive linemen and another receiver out there in the flat. But Aiden Tatum makes the catch and picks up pretty good yardage. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 3 now down from the 33-yard line.
Clock rolling at 8:15, third quarter. 27-10. Comfortable lead right now for the Panthers. Still a lot of football left to be played here. We're not going to count our chickens before they hatch. This North Little Rock team is very dangerous, very athletic, and stuff like that happens. High snap. Maddox did a good job of getting them back on top of the football there.
Yes, he did. I'm glad he was aware where that ball was going and just about where to jump back on it. Not really sure, stuff like that just kind of happens. Ball slips or, anything. Just those minor inconveniences can kind of crumble a team.
Yes, indeed. Panthers going to punt it away here. Cannon Moore in the punt. Again, if you listen to the first half, we told you Lucas Blaylock is injured. Our usual everyday punter. Cannon Moore with the kick. Charging Wildcats returning here. Pretty good pursuit by the Panther punt team there. And North Little Rock is going to start their first offensive series of the half right on the 13-yard line. 1st and 10 on the 13. Charging Wildcats huddled up over there on their sideline. Getting a few words of instruction as they trot back out onto the field. The 7:05 mark here in the third quarter. Again, thank you guys for joining us tonight on YouTube at Cabot High School Television. We know we're going to have a game next week, so stay with us.
Where and who is the question?
That's right. Pass complete by the Charging Wildcats. That's going to be enough for a first down. They move the chains on that throw and catch right there.
That's that bubble screen action to Gabriel Shavers. He's just getting the ball out in the flat, and that's just an extension of a run game for the Charging Wildcats up to the 24-yard line.
Here come the Wildcats again, charging indeed. That's Reeves. Nice run by number 23, Christian Reeves. He's seen a lot of the touches tonight, running from the backfield.
One of the things that we're seeing right now, the Wildcats are picking up chunks. It was an 11-yard pickup on the last two plays as they were buried inside their 33-yard line. Now they're up, inside the 13-yard line. Now they're up to the 35.
Here's Jackson. He swings it out left, but, boy, the Panthers, right place, right time all over that one. Great pursuit by the defense.
Yeah, that was absolutely read perfectly by the edge defender there. It looks like that was
number of Panthers.
Carlos
Ramel thought he got it.
Carlos Lozano coming in out of that.
Actually, he did. Was that a fumble? That's a fumble recovery. Anybody else see that?
I was trying to watch the replay as I was entering the stats there. And we're just going to call it a fumble recovery.
Joseph, it was Ramel. Joseph Ramel, number 41.
Linebacker.
With the recovery. So the Panthers back in business. We were sitting here watching the paint dry, and we all missed it. But here we go. Here's Maddox, empty set, Charging Wildcats, jumping off sides there.
Just going to say, before that offsides, there was a pretty tight group of Panthers down here at the bottom, which, that can be pretty confusing for a defense. They don't know who's going to go where and who to cover who.
Yeah, a bunch.
It looks like they still got that.
An assortment of receivers to Maddox McCrory's left and an empty set. I believe what do they call that, 4x1 there, Jeremy, I think?
Yeah, that's that quads look. And that ball goes out to Cooper Powell. It's a screen action, and he's pushed out of bounds inside the 5-yard line.
Panthers pouring it on now, capitalizing on the fumble recovery. And there's Cooper Powell.
That's a look that we have not seen this year, that quad look. Or if we have, we haven't seen it very often. But basically what they did, they just shifted the linebacker out to behind the trips and shifted the running back out behind the trips and had 3 blockers out there, extension of the run game.
There's motion, but the toss goes to Powell. He goes left.
Good blocks out there by Fowler and by Caden Harmon as well.
All right, Panthers looking to the sideline, awaiting the play. You guys, I'm sending a text here. Feel free. Caden Shells to call this one right here.
If I can get around to see you.
There's Cooper Powell. Sorry. Hand off to Powell, short of the end zone.
Yeah.
Inching closer, though.
They are definitely getting closer.
Inching ever so closer.
The other thing that's important is that clock just continues to run.
Yeah, under 5 minutes now here in the third quarter.
And the Cabot Panthers, if you look, their offense being a little bit deliberate there, allowing those play calls to come in, allowing the play clock to go down. Now you're starting to put a little bit more pressure on this North Little Rock team to move a little faster, too, whenever they have the ball in their hands.
Looks like we're going to come out in the Wildcat formation here, maybe the Wild Panther, whatever you want to call it. Cooper Powell. Looked like on that last play we were thinking about going that way with it, but we'll see. Maddox McCrory is still out there, standing beside Cooper Powell. No, it's Maddox. Cooper to his left, and it's a straight handoff to Cooper. Is he in? Official on our sideline runs in. No signal.
Cooper Powell on the carry.
And they say he's still short. It's going to bring up 3rd and goal from.
Jeez.
I mean, what are we talking about here?
Yeah.
We got to. How close are we here? North Little Rock defense doing a good job of holding.
They're doing
keeping
a very good job.
Keeping the Panthers out here, but how close are we?
Impressively good job by the North Little Rock defense. I mean, how much closer can we keep inching until we're just in the end zone?
We'll see if it's Cooper Powell again. McCrory going to hand off to him, and this time he's in. And he's in. Panther fans, applaud as we get in the end zone once again here at the 3:52 mark. The lead now 33-10 with the extra point pending here from Dean Heyer.
Mitch, those extra couple of plays, that's an extra minute off the clock.
Yeah, sure.
So we'll take the touchdown and we'll take the minute, right?
Yeah, we'll take it. And we'll take one more extra point from Dean Heyer. Splits the uprights. 3:52 left to play here in our third quarter. 34-10. Cabot extending its lead. And we've got Cooper Powell in the running game going. Passing game's been pretty dynamic tonight, but nice to see us start to gain some yardage on the ground. And, of course, that'll also help out as we're trying to burn this clock as well offensively. When we get the ball, burn the clock.
Hey, Mitch, do you have anybody who's looking at any of the other games that's going around the, especially up there in the Northwest, score updates or anything like that?
We can certainly scroll through the internet here. We'll put Caden Shells on that and see if we can get us some score updates. Maybe check on Fearless Friday. Why don't you check Fearless Friday? Our good friends at Fox 16. I used to work there once upon a time. Don't think they'll mind a shout out from us, do you? No.
Not at all.
Not at all. Don't know if the local media, I'm sure some of the local stations were here tonight.
All right. So,
hold on one sec. Let's do this kickoff here. Charging Wildcats, returning. Still on his feet. Out around the 30, and that's where the NLR will begin its next possession. Yeah, just across the 30 maybe. That was number 16 on the return, Ja'Cory Spann.
First and 10, North Little Rock.
All right, so what do you got, Caden? You got some scores?
I do.
Okay.
Bryant Conway is tied 14-14.
Keep in mind, though, let's say this. Let's clarify here. We don't know when these scores. This might be a halftime score or whatnot.
Yeah.
But anyways, tied it again. What was that?
The Bryant Conway rivalry game is tied at 14-14, and it says that's in the second quarter.
Okay.
Are we wanting to talk about who's relevant to us?
Yeah, any
Okay.
7A scores will be fine.
Bentonville and Bentonville West
Yep.
is Bentonville's up top 20-10 in the third quarter.
Okay.
Springdale Harbor and Fayetteville is in the third quarter.
Okay, that's an interesting one. What's that?
42-14 Fayetteville.
Okay. That ball is on the ground. Charging Wildcats get back on top of it. What else you got, Caden?
We got Rogers and Rogers Heritage.
Interesting game. What's happening with that one?
Rogers is up 42-7 in the third quarter.
Okay.
And then I got Springdale and Fort Smith Northside 10-0 in the second quarter.
Who's up in that one?
Springdale.
Okay. Potential opponents, if we secure this victory, we could see either Springdale or Springdale Harbor. That's the word on the street. So we want to keep an eye on those games. Also, how about, do you have a score for Little Rock Christian and Pulaski Academy?
I do. Little Rock Christian is up 35-25 in the third quarter.
Okay, very good. Stay on that site and keep us updated as we roll along here. We're going to get back to our game, though. Great night for football, weather in the 60s. Good turnout tonight. Of course, it's senior night. Great opportunity for us to honor not only our senior football players, but our senior band members and senior broadcasting students like Caden Shells with the great update there. All right, here we go. Jackson eludes a defender, completes the pass. Short of the first down, but a nice pickup there. But it's going to be fourth down with 2 minutes exactly.
Great job by David Liddell there, staying with the receiver, Jameer Lee. It is going to be short of the first down. It's going to be a 4th and 2. Obviously, North Little Rock cannot afford to punt at this point. They're going to go. I figure they're going to go the rest of the game down 3 scores and 3 two-point conversions. Big play here, opportunity for Cabot to get off. Watch the quarterback read option. They're going to hand it directly.
That's number 6. That's Buckner. Seen a variety of Charging Wildcats out of the backfield tonight. Buckner, one of those who's got a fair share of touches, as well as Christian Reeves. We knew coming in that they had some dynamic backs, and those young men are certainly running hard tonight.
They got a good offensive line, too. That offensive line's getting a good punch, getting downfield. Joey Bartlett, though, coming in, again, just making big play after big play. He blows that one up from his defensive end spot, forces Jeremiah Buckner back into the teeth of the defense. And Cameron Green able to clean that one up. That's going to go to the 35-yard line. So we're looking at 2nd and 10 now.
2nd and 10 with under a minute to go, 51 seconds left in our third quarter. Charging Wildcats out of the pistol. Jackson going to keep it, but he is met. That's Green again. Number 29 for the Panthers, Cameron Green, junior linebacker. Again, making his presence felt.
Just playing great assignment football. That was also, again, Joey Bartlett. He was holding on for dear life as well.
Yep.
And that was a TFL. That's a tackle for loss back to the 36-yard line. And, Mitch, one of the things, not only North Little Rock runs the football better than they throw the football. They can throw the football, but they run it better. That's their bread and butter. But we're now going to be going into into the fourth quarter. They are down 24 points, and the Cabot Panthers are just making them burn through clock. And that is as big of a development as anything here as we go to the fourth quarter. It's going to be a 3rd and 11. North Little Rock with a lot of work to do. Cabot Panthers, all they got to do, they just got to keep this clock moving, and they will have secured a home win for next and a first round home game for the playoffs next week.
That's right. 12 minutes away from at least doing our part of the deal and getting the victory here in the season finale. Take care of our own business, so to speak, right? All right, so Caden's got an eye on some of the scores from around the state in Class 7A, and we've got 12 more minutes of football here from Panther Stadium. Again, along with Mr. Statistician Jeremy Carson and senior broadcasting student Caden Shells. I'm Mitch Lilly, the broadcasting teacher at Cabot High School. I want to thank you guys for tuning in tonight, for joining us on the broadcast. We always appreciate your viewership on game night, and then, of course, we know during the week you guys like to go back and rewatch the broadcast, and we appreciate all your clicks, all your views. Just thank you for your continued following of us and tuning in and giving us the likes and the watches. We appreciate it. All right, so North Little Rock on 3rd and 11 as we start the fourth quarter. Ball on the 35. There's a pass. Oh, that is caught. Great catch right there by the charging Wildcats.
That was Gabriel Shavers on the play. Robert Jackson was under tremendous pressure, and he made a heck of a throw, and that is a touchdown for the charging Wildcats, and that's not how you wanted this one to start, this fourth quarter to start.
Yep, not at all. This is going to be Peyton Reynolds on to attempt the extra point. And the charging Wildcats slide up the scoreboard once again here.
Mitch, that's interesting again. The charging Wildcats elected to go for the extra point there instead of going for 2. You go for 2, you only have to have 2 more scorers. If you go for the extra point, it's still a 17-point game. Now you got to get 3 scores. So that's a break there for the Panthers, as that extends the game. That's just another possession. Now you got to watch out for onside kicks and all sorts of different trickeration that you could see on special teams plays.
Yes, indeed. 11:53, 34-17. Charging Wildcats striking first here in the fourth quarter. Still a pretty good crowd on hand here at Panther Stadium. Some might have left at halftime and said, hey, we'll just catch the broadcast on YouTube. But still a pretty good crowd. Hoping to see a Panther victory tonight as we close out the 2025 campaign. It's going to be Reynolds again here on the kickoff. He's a pretty good kicker. It's been pretty solid tonight for them. I guess they thought maybe going for the sure thing with the extra point, but I definitely see your math. Definitely see your math there, Jeremy. Here's a deep kick, and this is going to be Jalen Hart, I believe. It is Hart. Hart across the 30 and wrestled out of bounds. Hart and Anias Arnold both returning the kickoffs tonight. One's 4, one's 6. So sometimes those numbers are a little hard for my old eyes to see, but that was Jalen Hart. Pretty good return by Jalen Hart. And once again, we'll see if our offense can come out and tack more points onto the scoreboard. At the 11:47 mark. What do you need here, Caden Shells? What do you need to see?
I just really need to see, ideally, I'd love to see one of those big-time completions by Maddox, but really, we could use Cooper, we could use Bentley, we could use anybody to just get short completion. Well, okay, I almost spoke it into existence, but, even short completions could get us downfield. I'm pretty sure, isn't that how we did it last time, was just inching our way down there, and I feel like we could do that again if we just stick to it and our O-line does their job, which they've been doing,
Important to keep the clock running as well here. Empty set for the Panthers. Got that quad look with 4 receivers out to Maddox McCrory's left. Penalty on the play against the charging Wildcats. Going to inch the Panthers closer to the first down. Going to bring up 2nd and 5 now. The scoreboard says the ball's on the 8. It's not on the 8. It's not on the 8. I can promise you it is. Help me, young eyes. Can you see?
Yeah, it's
38. Okay.
38.
There we go. All right. Bentley Harrell, or Aiden Tatum rather, in motion. And that's going to be Powell. Yet to see any other backs in the backfield tonight. Normally we might see every once in a while a Kylan Morris run, or I'd heard a rumor that we might see Andrew Godwin running the football a little bit, but been the Cooper Powell show tonight on senior night. And he has delivered like dominoes. The pizza place I'm talking about. Okay.
That's a new one. I haven't heard that.
He has delivered like dominoes.
DoorDash Powell.
You think I'm starting to get hungry? You think I'm starting to get hungry?
So.
Okay.
Powell again. That ball's loose, and North Little Rock has recovered it. It looks like they're going to rule him down.
There we go. Okay.
Number 0.
That was close.
Number 0. Trotter for the Charging Wildcats. Very upset about that. I think he felt like NLR had the turnover. Officials say otherwise. It's going to bring up 3rd and 2. 10:50, clock stops. Officials.
Oh, they're going to give it to North Little Rock.
Okay. Officials gathered together, talked it over, and they decided it is a turnover. So the ball's put on the ground, and the Charging Wildcats get the football back. So things getting a little interesting here at the 10:50 mark in our 4th quarter of play. Nothing is in the bag here yet. I am not counting this North Little Rock team out just yet. Of course, certainly we would love to see our Panthers get the win. We're in the playoffs either way, but we'd love to see them get the win, get the home game. But can't sleep on this North Little Rock team.
Even speaking as a student that would get out early for an away game, I would not mind at all a home playoff game.
Well, there's also a big difference between going on the road and playing the 4 seed from the West and playing the 5 seed from the West at home. There's a huge difference. At Harbor or Springdale, whoever ends up in that 5 spot, we've already seen the 2nd and the 4th ranked team from the West.
Yeah. That, of course, Bentonville West and Fayetteville. And I don't think we want any part of them. All right, 2nd down and 6. Ball on the 40 for the Charging Wildcats. 10.5 left to play here on this beautiful November 7th night in 2025. What a great night for football. Season finale. Senior night. We'll see if our defense can make a play here. Little trickeration by the Wildcats. Receiver is wide open. Man,
goodness.
he was, I mean, nobody in the area, nobody in coverage there for the Panthers. A little trickeration on the play.
There's a lot of trickeration. They tripped them up pretty good. The defense got tripped up pretty good, which, I think our offense can come back and, kind of make the difference of the score a little the same.
Well, the margin certainly closes here.
Yeah.
The extra point would make it a 10-point game. It's going to be Peyton Reynolds. Charging Wildcats waiting on their 11th man to get out there. He's finally out there, and it looks like they're set. And there's the snap. The hold is good as well. The kick is up. Reynolds driving it through the uprights, and it is a 10-point game now, Panther fans, with 10:03 left to play in the game. It is 34-24. Like I said, we got to take this one all the way to 000.
Yeah, that was a 2-play, 44-yard drive, just 47 yards off the clock. That one was a reverse that out of the Wildcat. Just brought it Robert Jackson, who was lined up at the receiver spot. He steps back, nobody there to check. Christian Reeves, who just lopes down the field completely by himself. Good play call there by Coach Bolding, and his staff. But the good news is Panthers still have a 2-possession lead and 10 minutes and 3 seconds, and they can certainly stick another one in the end zone. They can make this one. They can secure that win with the score there.
You feel like the Charging Wildcats have the momentum right now. Panthers need to get it back. They're going to have Anias Arnold and Jalen Hart back to return deep. The Peyton Reynolds kick, and there is the kick. I believe that's Arnold. That's Arnold. It's a little hard to see till they get closer to us, right, Jeremy? Arnold still on his feet. Maybe shakes a tackle or two.
Playing pinball in there a little bit. He was bumping off a few guys. Pretty tough. And I was like, kind of shocked a couple times he didn't go down, but that just shows how tough our Panthers are.
Yep.
Well, I can tell you this right now, watching the replay, the North Little Rock Charging Wildcats, they are going for the ball. They are trying to rip it out. So ball security here over the course of the last 9 minutes and 55 seconds is going to be huge.
Indeed. Of course, we talked about the North Little Rock Charging Wildcat defensive line, very talented.
Wildcats show blitz there. It's that quad look. They've only got 4 defenders out in the flat.
And we have a flag. Play clock. Delay of game on the Panthers. Going to back them up 5 yards.
Seems this Wildcat defense might be just trying to force a fumble or something like that by getting in the backfield of Maddox McCrory and maybe hit him or strip the ball, and which hopefully ball security is definitely in the mind of anybody that has their hands on it.
Good point there, Caden. All right, so it's Maddox with Cooper to his left. Maddox heaves it. That is complete to Anias Arnold, right?
That is, and again, that's that one-on-one flag route against the safety there, and that's the 3rd time that they've connected on that route. Another first down.
I tell you what, Maddox heaved that one. Man, he spun around when he threw it. He threw it so hard.
He sure did.
But what I like is it's a completion. It's a first down. We're moving the chains. Clock rolling. 9:40. 4th quarter. Nothing like a little excitement here on a Friday night at Panther Stadium. Oh, ball is on the ground.
And that will take us back pretty good there.
Tried to hand off to Arnold. Bobbled the exchange. Arnold did a good job to get back on top of the football, but the Charging Wildcats were all over it.
Yes.
And that's going to bring up 2nd and 24. So just like that, a great throw and catch, but then luckily not a turnover, but the ball was on the turf. Always a little nerve-wracking when that ball starts bouncing on the turf. 8:54, Panthers. Trips to the right of Maddox McCrory. Powell goes out in motion. Here's Maddox rolling. Going to tuck and just keep it. Maybe pick up some yardage.
The defense definitely got in the backfield quick. I can tell they're trying to sack him and just take away yards and get take away a down as well. But Maddox, while he can throw, he also has some legs on him. He can run pretty well too.
This is a gain of 3. That's going to bring up a 3rd and 21. 8 minutes, 41 seconds left to go in this game.
You're going to spot the ball at the 49-yard line. It's Maddox McCrory, senior quarterback, taking the snap. Cooper Powell was at his left. There's another heave, and I believe,
Oh, he dropped it.
Looked like a catch, looked like a pick, but it is an incomplete pass, ultimately. That'll get your heart rate going there.
Yeah, well, I saw that ball stop, and then I thought he came down with it, but then it just saw it roll away from him, which is always a good sign.
All right, so Cannon Moore is going to come on to punt here on 4th down and 20. Ball on the 49-yard line. Again, Cannon Moore replacing Lucas Blaylock, who's out tonight due to injury. Cannon's done a pretty good job punting, and he does it again, a kind of an end-over-end kick punt that is going to be downed about the 10-yard line. So Charging Wildcats will have to go 90 yards to get into the end zone here. But they can do it, and they can do it with a quickness.
Great punt by Cannon Moore.
Yeah. Took a Panther bounce, certainly.
Yes, it did.
8:30 as the clock stops here to allow the Charging Wildcat offense to get out on the field. Our Panther defense anxiously awaiting. This thing could get interesting really quick. North Little Rock has a quick strike offense. We've seen it already.
Cabot Panther defense just got to keep everything in front of them as best they can.
All right. They're going to keep it on the ground. That's Reeves. He's got a little running room. He's still on his feet. He has a unique build. He's kind of a taller, lanky, slimmer build, and he can weave through those holes. He's already shown his speed. He's shown that he can catch the ball as well. Dangerous weapon for the Charging Wildcats. Here with 8:23, clock rolling. Now down to 8:20. Fourth quarter, Charging Wildcats huddled up. Going to break the huddle. The receivers were already set in their positions, but motion from the Wildcats. And again, it's Reeves. He goes straight up the hashes near the 30-yard line. Going to bring up second down and 4, they call it.
21, Joseph Rammel on the tackle.
That was Joseph Rammel.
29-yard line.
Good tackle. He, of course, recovered a fumble earlier for the Panthers. Playing great on defense, Joseph Rammel. All right, so here's the Charging Wildcats out of the pistol formation. Jackson zipped the pass to number 5, Jameer Lee, but incomplete.
That's going to stop the clock with 7 minutes and 33 seconds left. Just an RPO look. For those of you who don't know what an RPO is, it's a run-pass option. They're reading the linebackers. The linebackers crash down. They just try to throw it over the top at that second level, and he just airmailed it. Brings up a 3rd down and 4 for the Charging Wildcats.
Handoff again to Reeves. Christian Reeves toting the rock again for the Charging Wildcats. 10-point ball game. Nothing's in the books yet. Nothing's in the bag. We've got to finish this game and get to triple zeros with the score holding where it's at.
Joseph Rammel came up. He was leading the charge there on that stop. Brings up another 4th down. Charging Wildcats have been pretty successful on 4th down, especially 4th and short today.
Here's Jackson. Handoff. That's Buckner, I believe. I believe Buckner is spelled, and he should have it based on the official spot and forward progress. The official on the far sideline obviously said it's good, so that's a 1st down for the Charging Wildcats, and I believe that was Jeremiah Buckner.
Yeah, it was a great stick by David Liddell, too. He came in with reckless abandon, but got the stop. And again, clock's rolling, 6:43 and counting, down 6:40 now. You just got, again, if you give yardage, just keep everything in front.
That's Buckner again. Man, he's got another 1st down. Woo! Man, he kept that leg drive going, put his head down, and moves the chains again. Charging Wildcats are definitely charging now. On the move with 6:25. Clock stops to move the chains.
He just looks hard to get down. He looks hard to tackle. Like he just won't. I don't know.
Well, the Wildcats have also they've kind of started being a little bit more patient. As soon as they grab the ball, that's going to be a horse collar tackle there.
Yep, flag definitely coming from the head official there in the white hat. Coming from behind the play. Never good.
No.
Yep, going to be a personal foul.
Never good, especially with a 10-point game.
It's going to be an automatic 1st down after the personal foul there. Panther defense just trying to be aggressive, maybe a little too aggressive right there. Can't fault them for trying to be aggressive, but certainly a penalty indeed. No question about that. No doubt about it. 6:04, 10-point game. Things getting interesting around here.
Yes, they are.
As we near 9:30 Central Standard Time. And 6:03 on the clock.
Just run, Christian.
There's Reeves. He's a workhorse. Been toting the rock a lot. He and Buckner, a nice 1-2 punch.
David Liddell on the tackle.
In the backfield, David Liddell with the tackle for the Panthers. 2nd and 6. Scoreboard says ball on the 3. Not right. 2nd and 6, though, is right. All right, here we go.
Ooh!
Pass deflected. Anybody catch that? Was it Bailey?
Yep, Braxton Bailey with his 3rd pass breakup of the day.
That's a nightmare for a quarterback as a guy that tall on that defensive line.
Yeah.
He'll just jump up and smack it right out of the air.
Great reach right there. Extend his arms up. All right, so with 5:32, 3rd down and 6, and we got a timeout on the field.
That's going to be North Little Rock's 2nd timeout that they've called. And this one with the clock stopped, so they're trying to get in the right play. The North Little Rock coaching staff feels like obviously it's a critical down here. You got to get this one right. 3rd and 7. They're going to probably have 2 plays in mind: one to get close or right at the sticks, and the second one to get across the sticks if they don't get it that first one. So you got to play defense for 2 downs or force a big negative play if you're the Cabot Panthers. But North Little Rock just down to 1 timeout now. So 5 minutes, 32 seconds. They've got to get 2 scores. They have the ball right now. The Panthers are making them work. So far, this drive's taken almost 3 minutes off the clock. And it's really important just kind of watch for any weird stuff, a reverse.
Trickeration.
Yeah, those flea flicker type plays where you're just trying to get something, get a big chunk and maybe a touchdown here quickly. The Panthers just have to be smart on defense and then let the offense finish it off.
Scoreboard says each team has 2 timeouts. What do you got, though, Jeremy? You got it at 1. North Little Rock has 1. Panthers have 2, according to Jeremy, the official statistician for the team. 3rd and 6, ball on the 32 here for the charging Wildcats. We'll see if Jeremy's scenarios play out.
Right there.
Pass is dumped off to Reeves, but he's met.
Yep.
And that's going to bring up 4th down.
That was Jeremiah Buckner Jeremiah Buckner on a screen action, read perfectly there by Ethan Carter, and that's going to be a huge loss on the play back to the 35-yard line.
No trickeration.
4th and 8. Charging Wildcats going for it. Ball at the 35-yard line. Looking for a big play here.
Jalen Hart with the interception.
Jalen Hart.
Hart with the pick. He's still on his feet. He's across the 40.
Take it all the way, young man.
He's going to be wrestled down just before he hit the 30-yard line. Jalen Hart with a timely interception right there. Just as the Wildcats seemed like they were gaining momentum. Jalen Hart on senior night, the senior, number 4, with a big interception. And the Cabot Panther offense huddled up, ready to get back out there and see if we can extend this lead a little bit and give ourselves a little bit more breathing room.
I was texting Jalen before the game, and I asked him if we were going to see a kick return this game, and he said maybe, possibly, but, that's just as good. A turnover?
That was 57 yards on that interception return, and man, what a timely play right there. Good pressure by the defensive line, forced the premature pass. Rogers kind of just threw it up there, and Jalen Hart, he high-pointed it about 4 yards short of where the receiver was and just took it back to the North Little Rock 33-yard line.
All right, so the offense taking over on the 33, 1st and 10, 4:46. That's Christopher Fowler in motion, and it's Cooper Powell, some running room.
Cooper Powell on the carry.
Clock rolling.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
you guys be thinking about? Caden Shells be thinking about your players of the game?
Oh, I'm definitely thinking about my players of the game.
Okay, very good. As we wind this one down, again, thank you guys for tuning in tonight. Hopefully you're still with us because this one is still, it's not over yet. See if the Panthers can, like I said, provide a little cushion here with maybe 6 more points. There's Cooper Powell doing what he does best. Head down, leg drive going.
Cooper Powell on the carry.
As tough as they come.
Brings up 3rd down and 1.
North Little Rock's going to call a timeout right here as that ball went down to the 25-yard line. It's going to bring up 3rd and 1.
3:52 left to go here from Panther Stadium on senior night.
Now the scoreboard has that North Little Rock still has 1 timeout remaining, but I have them as having none. They took a timeout on defense, and then earlier in the 3rd quarter, and then they took a timeout on offense with clock stop down there. Nope, they took a timeout with clock stop, took another one. Yes, I have one? Okay. Their coaches are telling me they still got one, so we'll give them one back.
We'll go with the scoreboard. We'll go with the scoreboard. Okay. 10-point game. Third and 1. Ball on the 24.
Direct snap to Cooper, it looks.
Yep. Yes, indeed. And it's Powell.
That'll be a first down.
That's the old Cooper Cat right there down to the 20-yard line. We'll take it.
I like that. We're going to call it the Cooper Cat?
The Cooper Cat.
Yeah.
Instead of the Wildcat, we'll call it the Cooper Cat. I like that.
Results in another Cabot.
Here we go, creating new stuff at the end of the season. Where was this in week 2? Cooper Cat.
I don't know. It just hit me right there.
Cooper Cat.
We'll take it.
Cooper Cat. I like it. We're going to see more Cooper Cat?
Yeah, we may.
He's definitely out there.
A lot of terms for Cooper. There's Coop Train, just because he's unstoppable.
I like the Cooper Cat because it's the Wildcat, it's the Cooper Cat. This time, Maddox McCrory standing to the left of Cooper Powell, snapping, for the, clapping for the snap, rather. Easy for me to say.
It's tripped up.
Cooper, indeed, tripped up.
Try to get it on that counter play again. Simeon Trotter, he is a really good linebacker, very talented. Those two both wearing 0 tonight have met up several times. Trotter read that counter play beautifully. Never mind, Santonio Dotson, as they say. Dykes, okay.
It does help to have
helps to have the coaches right next door here in our broadcast, giving us some corrections.
All right, here's Powell.
There he goes.
Still on his feet.
Golly.
And into the zone.
Running into people on his way to the end zone. It's hard to stop that guy.
2 minutes, 20 seconds. Cooper Powell finding the end zone once more tonight. Lead now 40-24, and we're going to have a Dean Hire extra point.
I think that was a Coop Train we just saw, as people call him.
He's tough. Glad he's on our team.
Yeah, no joke.
Certainly trying to send the seniors out in style tonight with a victory, as the old saying goes, send them out in style, right? That's what we're trying to do tonight. Dean Hire's kick is good. And that's going to make it 41-24. 2:20 left to play here in the season finale from Panther Stadium. Of course, again, setting the scenario up, we know we're in the postseason. It just depends on the outcome of this game, whether we're on the road or at home next week. Right now, looks like we're going to be back at Panther Stadium hosting one of the Springdale schools, either Springdale or Springdale Harbor.
Yeah, now a 3-possession game again, now with 2 minutes, 20 seconds to go. Time's going to be a big issue for this charging Wildcat team. looking at some score updates, Bryant in the fourth quarter, just courtesy of Fearless Friday, leading 28-21. Little Rock Christian in the third quarter, leading 42-28 over Pulaski Academy. Bentonville all over Bentonville West, 41-17. Fayetteville up big on Springdale Harbor, 48-14. Rogers big up on Heritage, 49-14. And Springdale, that one's final. And Springdale up big on Northside, 31-7.
So the 3 and the 4 would host, and the 5 and the 6 would be on the road, right?
That is correct.
That's our scenario here. Short kick, returned by the Charging Wildcats. I believe that's number 17, Mitchell. Demetrius Mitchell. 2:12 left on the clock after the return there by the Charging Wildcats. Ball's going to be on the 37, and that's where this possession will begin for them. 41-24. After the broadcast, we'll talk about players of the game. Jeremy will give us some final stats and numbers after we put this one to bed, so to speak. Here's Jackson. Handoff up the middle. Hard running. I believe that was Reeves again. Was it 6? Was it Reeves? It was Reeves. 23, Reeves.
Gain of 8. Second and 2.
PA announcer John Shiren filling in for Roger Tonneson tonight. Said that was a...
He did. I saw him at
8-yard
halftime.
gain.
He did say that he called Anias Arnold, Aeneas Williams, the
Yes, I worried about that at the beginning of the year.
Arizona Cardinal star.
I worried about that at the beginning of the year, but we haven't made that mistake yet. Reversing field. Charging Wildcats reversing field there, getting it back to the middle of the field. Little cutback move.
That running back's change of direction is pretty special. I mean, he went from right to left in such a way, I mean, I thought he was going to be pretty far upfield.
Very lean build for Reeves, allows him to pretty nifty on his feet as well, able to cut, maneuver. Talented young man. We've seen a lot of him tonight. He's made plays both catching the ball and running the ball. Speaking of, there he goes again, down the sideline. Woo, wow. He's as quick as a hiccup, man. He can get outside and get down the sideline pretty fast. David Liddell making the tackle. .49 seconds left to go. Charging Wildcats on the move again. Definitely have some speed, talent, and athleticism to these Charging Wildcats. That's Buckner. Met pretty quickly.
Jeremiah Buckner on the carry. Defensive line on the tackle.
David Liddell in the area there. And
yeah, Joey Bartlett was
Bartlett.
one. Yeah, Bartlett he was the one leading the charge right there. As we get down to the 20-yard line, should bring up a 2nd and 8 on the backside of this timeout. So 40 seconds remaining, a 17-point lead for your Panthers. Oh, they're going to reset the clock to 43 seconds.
Okay. While we've got a minute here, I want to thank some people. I want to thank Mr. Abe Deesmus, our IT technician on hand, making sure our broadcast is smooth tonight, leading the charge in our control room. Thank you, Abe, for all that you do. You're greatly appreciated. We've had a great season. You're a big part of that. Thank you so much. I want to also thank Caden McBride, is our director and also running our PTZ cameras tonight. He's in there with Abe in the control room. Thank you to those guys for a solid, great broadcast tonight. Here's the Charging Wildcats looking to the end zone. Pass in and out of the hands of the receiver with 38 seconds. Jackson looking to go up top there, but receiver couldn't come down with it. Also want to thank some of our student broadcasters tonight helping out. Gavin Mahoney and Jackson Armitage working the cameras down low. A couple of my juniors. Thank you guys for your efforts tonight. Appreciate them. Charging Wildcats on the ground here, going right side. Also want to thank broadcasting junior Caleb Brady. Great job tonight. And broadcasting senior Mason Heifel. Both of those guys work cameras down low on the field as well. And, of course, my steady crew up top, my seniors, Cannon Heifel, Joe Deary, and Robert Vozella, all working the camera up top tonight, doing a great job. They've done a great job the past, not just this season, but last season as well. Great group of young men helping me out. And also Landon Freeze, a junior, working the camera up top as well. Thanks to those guys for your efforts tonight. Pass out to the right. It's incomplete. 27 seconds left. 41-24. Was it complete?
It was complete.
My eyesight is not great, people. I need a cheeseburger. I need some fuel. Feels like sometimes looking through this window of the press box, it looks like 4 a.m.
It does feel way later just because the sun has been down for kind of weird to think almost 4 hours now.
Right. All right, we're under 10 seconds here. Clock rolling. Jeremy, be ready with the stats. Charging Wildcats, one more play. They go to the end zone. Incomplete. And with no flags, the clock reaches 0-0. And with that, this one is finally in the books. North Little Rock making it very interesting, a very explosive and dynamic, talented team. Certainly on the upswing with Coach Brad Bolding and his staff and these young men. But our Panthers get the victory tonight, 41-24, the final score. What we do know is that we will be hosting playoff action next Friday night here at Panther Stadium. The postseason gets underway, and we will be here. But before we get to that, let's talk about tonight, Jeremy. Let's look back at some of the numbers from tonight and go through some of that. If you would, let's start, I guess, maybe our second half scoring drive. You want to pick it up right there, or however you want to do it?
Yeah, I can do our second half scoring drive. Really not a whole lot of action until deep into the third quarter. Cooper Powell rushed for a touchdown at the 4:16 mark. The score at halftime was 27-10. That made the score 34-10. And the Cabot Panthers just felt like it was a pretty comfortable lead at that point. But it did not take very long for North Little Rock to come back. In fact, they scored on the first play of the fourth quarter. It was a Robert Jackson pass complete to Gabriel Shavers for 36 yards. That touchdown made the score 34-17. And then North Little Rock came right back at the 10:03 mark. It was Robert Jackson's pass complete to Christian Reeves on a little bit of trickeration there. That one was a 40-yard completion, and all of a sudden it was 34-24.
Actually, a great play call right there.
It was a very great play
North Little Rock.
Yeah, absolutely. The teams traded possessions a little bit for a while, and then Cabot Panthers able to capitalize late as Cooper Powell sticks it in for 20 yards out at the 2-minute and 19-second mark. And that made the score 41-24. Defense stands tall and helps get complete the victory for the Panthers. It's their fourth victory of the season, all of those coming in the 7A Central Conference. Looking at the team statistics, Panthers picked up 14 first downs. North Little Rock picked up 18. Total yards today, Panthers picked up 413 total offensive yards. 353 of those were through the air, 60 on the ground. The North Little Rock Charging Wildcats picked up 336 total yards. 125 of those came through the air, 211 on the ground. Charging Wildcats were penalized 9 times for 38 yards. The Panthers penalized 6 times, but for 60 yards. Both teams fumbled it 3 times. The Charging Wildcats lost 2 of them. Your Panthers lost 1 of those. And total plays, 54 for Cabot, 67 for North Little Rock. So big win tonight. We'll talk about individual statistics. Maddox McCrory probably had his career night tonight.
Yeah,
what a night to do it, right? 21 of 29, 353 yards, couple bombs, 72 yards was his longest. He did toss one interception, had 2 touchdowns. His favorite receiver tonight was Cooper Powell. He caught 10 of his 11 targets for 103 yards. Anias Arnold caught 6 of his 10 targets for 150 yards and a touchdown. Bentley Harrell was targeted 4 times. He made 3 receptions for 89 yards and a touchdown. And then Aiden Tatum caught 2 passes for 11 yards. Cooper Powell also picked up 73 yards on 18 rushing attempts and had 3 touchdowns as well. So big night tonight for your Cabot Panthers. A lot of the seniors doing work tonight, and again, your Panthers get the big win, 41-24, close out the 2025 regular season with their 4th victory and they will host a playoff game next week.
That's right. All right, let's go to senior broadcasting student Caden Shells. Caden, let's talk about our players of the game. Give me a couple.
You know, I think I'm going to have to say Maddox McCrory is my offensive player of the game. I mean, that was definitely a season high for him. I mean, you can't really say much about it. It was just like overall great. 21 for 29, is that correct? Yeah. 21 for 29. I mean, there's not much else I can say about that. And then my defensive, that'll probably be my goodness. That'll probably be Jalen Hart, just because of that crucial interception. Could have very well changed the outcome of this game.
Yes, indeed.
Caden, I'll give you a couple of honorable mentions on defense, too. I'll give you 3. How about Ethan Carter from his linebacker spot? Carter was responsible for turning a lot of things back to the inside, made 7 tackles tonight. One of those was for a loss, also had a sack. And then let's also talk about David Liddell, the human missile there.
Yeah, no kidding.
In the secondary, 11 tackles tonight. But one player that we highlighted coming into it was Joey Bartlett. He was in on 8 tackles, and once again, just had to do a lot of work setting the edge and turning things back to the inside. Did a great job, especially in those middle quarters, of doing that. Helped this defense really get off the field in some key situations, too. So overall, just a great job by John Painter and that defensive staff and those young men that just laid it all on the line tonight.
All very close friends of mine, and I'm very happy to see David had a good night. It was a very special night for him on and off the field with his dad returning home from deployment to come see his game tonight.
Indeed. That was quite a moment. That happened in pregame. So we had a banner night here at Panther Stadium. We conclude the 2025 regular season with the victory. Our Panthers finishing 7A Central Conference play with a 4-3 mark and a 4-6 overall record. The main thing is we are postseason bound, and we know we're going to let it all shake out, but we're definitely going to be here next Friday night. Who we face, we'll wait and see, but we will be here. We'll be live on YouTube with our broadcast, and we can't wait to get the playoffs going here from Panther Stadium next Friday night. But for tonight, for our entire crew, and for all of our seniors, thank you for joining us tonight. Thank you for checking in on our broadcast, and we look forward to seeing you next Friday as we get set for playoff action. But for now, for Jeremy Carson and Caden Shells, I'm Mitch Lilly saying so long, good night, and as always, go Panthers.